What?
I threw it down.
Yeah, it's the throwdown.
What's going on, guys? We're the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm embarrassed.
And I don't actually know if I did this joke before or not, but
I'm Robert Adams, by the way.
we gotta do that before we lose a pen. It's happened before.
We found it like 5 months later.
Something like that. So yeah, today we get to do the Schmoedown Throwdown. Now, how are we breaking this down? Are we doing 2 videos? Are we doing this in 1 video?
Luckily, I've upped the RAM in my computer, so I think my computer might be able to handle the editing of one massive file. We're going to see. The question is someone going to click on this because it's going to be over 2 hours long?
You people who love the Schmoedown will stick around, won't you?
Yeah.
So the question is 2 videos or 1 video, and I feel like being Doctor Strange over here like...
1 out of 14 million hours.
A video, we're doing 1.
We're going to do 1 video.
Yeah, so the throwdown, this is going to be entertaining because there's an undercard and an overcard.
And both of these could easily be an overcard, really.
I was wondering how long it would take.
I was like, wait a minute.
A main event. The undercard is the Wildberries versus our good friends late to the party.
Hello there.
The godfathers of all reactordom for the Schmoedown. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Them in take 3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's going to be an entertaining match because late to the party by themselves are always entertaining. They always like come in with like some kind of costume or fun something or other. And the Wildberries always come in with alcohol. Like so. Anyways, we know the Wildberries can entertain, put on a big show. And then we have, after that, we have Chance Ellison is going up against William Bibbiani. Now, that's an actual like bracket match. We're talking about the singles matches now. That one's an actual one on the bracket. For us, who did we have for that one first?
So for that one, we still had Bibbiani edging out Chance, which now the thing is I can't remember if we created this bracket before we watched the Shirewolves versus Corruption because Chance put on a heck of a game in that, and
It's true. He's like a VIP in that match.
that might
MVP?
have that yeah.
MVP.
That might have maybe swayed my opinion, but the thing is if we're going to talk about MVPs, Bibbiani is king MVP. Every single free-for-all... Well, okay, yeah, 2 out of the 3, but...
Yeah. He's no John Humphrey.
Yeah, that's right. But he's been MVP twice.
Yeah.
And especially in this last free-for-all where he stood the entire time.
And he straight could have won the thing if it
wasn't for that accursed Dan Murrell and his movie knowledge.
He's sweeping in at the last moment there. Sort of, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on our bracket, we have Bibbiani winning this.
I think Bibbiani's got the edge. I believe he's probably a little more knowledgeable about movies, given how many articles he writes, how many times I see him recommending the most off-the-wall movie on Twitter.
Exactly.
That I'm usually eager to be like, oh, really? Why is Bibbiani recommending this? I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
And then realizing why Bibbiani was recommending that, because makes sense.
He's gonna question you now.
Possibly.
Anyway, yeah. So for that match, definitely got Bibbiani on this one. I think he's a stronger competitor over Chance.
But I would say Chance has done so well at getting himself further up in this competition.
It's no slight against Chance or his knowledge or his ability to play the game. I just think Bibbiani is just a deeper well of knowledge.
Yeah.
Now the undercard match. We have, again, Wildberries versus Late to the Party.
See, I'm kind of torn on this one because we love the Wildberries.
Yeah, everybody loves the
They're
Wildberries.
so much fun.
If you don't love the Wildberries, you don't love the Schmoedown.
They're so much, yeah, pretty much. That's a good rationale that you can say. They're so much fun to watch. Makuga is quite the character, and Dewberry does a little bit of a personality as well, and it mixes very well.
Yeah.
Especially because you also have Dewberry is pretty much like, I would say, the main brains of movie trivia knowledge out of those two, and Makuga is just lucky as all get out with his guesses.
That's true.
Either way, it's entertaining.
I mean, unless of course you roll on a Bad Boys or something, then Makuga is going to be like, got it.
Yeah, dominating this.
For this one, though, I mean, we've seen Late to the Party beat critically acclaimed, and that's kind of what I'm going to hold on to if I say Late to the Party. Those are the ones I have topping on this one. Now, it's not an actual like part of the teams bracket or anything. This is just an kind of off-the-wall match, which we should say off the top, like, we know that this was supposed to be in Arizona. These things were supposed to take place in Arizona, but that event unfortunately had to be canceled.
But both of these are live event level competition matches.
One for entertainment value for sure, and then the other for just the fact that they're two like top tier players playing. But the thing is that in order to make this event happen, like we've said it before, Late to the Party and Chance had to get in their minds that they weren't going to just basically drive down the street to be in an event. Now they're driving 5-6 hours over into California to be a part of this. And they still said, you know what, we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's still have these cards anyway. So, again, we have to give big props to Chance and Late to the Party for still buckling down and showing up for
making that trek over there
for this event. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking at this, Late to the Party and Bibbiani.
Yep.
So, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. Let's get into this because this is going to be a long video.
Are you sure? Because I'm thinking that right off the top we want to mention that we're pretty close to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah, there's that too. So we're in the final countdown for 1,000 subscribers. Pretty sure I'm going to play that song in the editing.
Now you don't have to.
Yeah, one less thing to do in edit. But yeah, we're less than 100 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. We got some stuff planned once we hit 1,000, and we would like you to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to us and follow us because it's going to only get better from here. Speaking of which, let's play the video and react to this.
Yeah, now let's get into it. 2 hours. Here we go.
So what's up with this nuke? Nuke? Shouldn't you and your manager Lou be off bench pressing each other somewhere? Lou?
Who's Lou?
This is like the shortest cutaway ever. Collar's all jacked up. Why don't you tell me my collar's messed up?
Because I don't care about your collar.
Well done.
Live from Burbank, California.
I would like to live from Burbank, California.
It's actually not a bad area.
No. It actually reminds me a lot of Austin, just with better weather.
And more movie studios.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia
Live. I will live.
Rise.
That's not what it said.
Hello, ladies and
What
gentlemen.
reminded me of.
Welcome to the movie Trivia Schmoedown. You are looking live at Ken Knapsack,
live.
the pit boss. I
Dang
am Mark
it.
Baby Carrots Ellis. What a headlining match we have for the kids today, Ken. Chance Ellison taking on William Bibbiani in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. The winner faces Ethan Irwin. That is going to be one hotly contested throwdown.
But that's not all we're offering to you all here tonight. We have got
True.
a movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams League Division Tournament match. It's gonna be great tonight, where some kids have trucked on in from a faraway land to take on two drunk uncles.
That's right. The Wildberries are
They call them
hosting
drunkles.
Late to the Party. Late to the Party. They
picturing
drove from
Jim
Arizona
Makuga.
to here. They didn't think it'd get any
Wildberries,
hotter than
yeah!
Arizona, but they
I'm picturing
were
Bobby
wrong
Moynihan
because
now,
we are in
with his
downtown
drunk
Burbank,
uncle from
and yes,
SNL.
kids, I might have a dress shirt
Yes.
on. It's shorts and sandals underneath the desk.
I wish I was wearing even that. All right, tonight, Mark, this is gonna
Wow.
be a wild matchup there. Do you have any thoughts, predictions, pregame stats? and
Gotta love
scores?
Ken.
Predictions go out the window when you talk about the Wildberries, Ken. I've counted them out time and time again, and sometimes they know a lot of stuff, sometimes they know absolutely nothing, but it is always an entertaining matchup. Speaking of entertainment, Late to the Party, not only do they have a great YouTube channel that you should check out, they have like 45,000 subscribers on that thing already. They just did a cool Billy Madison recap. More importantly, they have some of the best introductions in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Schmoedown a league.
They are really great folks to have around this league. They bring a wonderful energy, not just a wide-eyed innocence, because they've been through the fires. They're not as innocent as they used to be, but they just have a great aura about them. And let's not forget, they came to this league kind of unknowns. They were reactors. That was the thing early on, and they got a big win early on. That kind of propelled them up the ranks in the Schmoedown.
Like being
and since
reactors.
then, it's been a little bit of a reality check, a little bit of a struggle, and they know this might be the opportunity, the only opportunity they have left to prove that they belong. I think there's a lot riding on that match for them, and not just staying sober while Elliot and Josh are next to them.
It's a very tall order. Late to the party also
get
brings
drunk through
IPA
osmosis?
for us every time. They
Yeah.
come into town, they bring us beer. What did the Wildberries bring us? Lint from their pockets. And that is it. Before we throw to a match preview, we want to remind everybody out there watching that we are soon headed to the most magical place on Earth, or at least the magical
Canada?
place in Florida. That would be Orlando. We're
Oh.
in Orlando.
Completely opposite.
You guys can get tickets right now at the Schmoedownlive.com.
And Canada.
You talk about a team matchup for the ages.
Magical.
And we have Corruption versus the
Didn't Brendan
Horsemen
Meyer
is
come
going
from
to be the
Canada?
factions there. You got Corruption versus the
Possibly.
Founding Fathers.
Ryan Reynolds did.
That's your headliner match. You're also going to have an undercard that is going to be the finals of the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. Like we said, the beginning of that, one of the
Ryan
first
Reynolds.
round matches is happening later on tonight. You're going to see the epic climax to
So
that
did Anne
in
Murray.
Orlando. And because Christian Harloff loves wearing purple suits, we call him Willy Wonka now. He is giving away a trip to our studio here. You get your flight, you get your airfare, you get your hotel, all that stuff, and you
You
get to
could take
compete
the
in a match
Schmoedown.
next year.
Please
You can
stop.
take the manager of your choosing to help usher you through that match if you go to Orlando and you are lucky enough to compete on stage and win. Ken, that is going to be whew.
Orlando's exciting. I
Yeah.
thought it was just going to be a funeral for the Founding Fathers at the hands of the Corruption team, but I think there's going to be a lot to offer.
You said you'd keep it
Yeah.
clean. You said you'd keep the gloves on.
Sure.
When you were
All right.
commentating on the match.
All right. You know, I am a broadcast journalist. I'm a professional. I'm going to keep myself on the straight and narrow, including with Chance later on in the match. He is a member of Corruption, but
I know.
I'm here to do a job, sir.
All right, well, I'm going to straighten him out while you guys take a look at the match preview for the Late to the Party versus Wildberries Showdown.
If the Schmoedown won't come to Arizona,
Then we'll bring the party to you.
oh, and Chance is coming too.
Perfect.
This sounds like a 90s rock song.
Talk about somebody who is beloved, and you gotta go no further than look at the wild man, Josh McCouga. He's one of the most beloved figures we've ever had.
We were waiting forever to find out who Josh McCouga's partner was.
My new teammate and I are going to take this league by storm.
Josh McCouga.
Ooh, they're
and
going way
Elliot
back.
The Mountain Dew Berry.
Yeah.
What's in a wild berry, Elliot? You never
know what's in it until it's in you.
Hello there.
The fact that we get to watch Late to the Party play. I mean, they are so much fun to watch. They come out, they have great introductions, they know a whole lot about movies, and they started out as mere fans from Arizona.
People who have been fans and then come over to the league. People tend to forget that Late to the Party were the first. Darlings Late to the Party are now 1-1, and what a victory to get over critically acclaimed.
And we're going to bring the party to the Schmoedown, whether it's late, on time, or even ahead of schedule.
10, 16, and 20.
10, 16, 20.
Can't do that.
Deny.
You know, sometimes you can get caught up in the day-to-day of the Schmoedown and you forget all the great history we have. I forgot that once upon a time, I really tried to spearhead the movement to give Elliot Dewberry the nickname Mountain. Mountain Dew. Get it? Nobody else did.
I love watching those
What's
clips
Mountain
of
Dew?
back, when I had company provided
Something I don't
medical
drink anymore.
insurance. Also, I do want to. I got a little hasty. This isn't. It turns out this isn't a.
It's terrible
a tournament
for you.
match,
No, this
Mark.
is
I-
just
Did you have a
I
kidney
made
stone?
a mistake. The producers
Nope.
in my ears.
Oh, that's right, I did.
reminded me this is unsanctioned, like the Doberman.
was a weird thing
fights
to
I go
share.
in the alley
Welcome
behind
to
the studio.
Schmoedown reactions for the Schmoedown Throwdown.
Rightfully
He had a
moved
kidney
lustily
stone,
by the crowd
too much
here in
Mountain
our
Dew,
studio tonight.
and too much
We are about to
information.
get the match underway. Late to the Party versus the Wildberries. But what we like to do around these parts is a tale of the tape. What are these teams good at? You don't have to stick to movies because God knows the Wildberries have many talents.
No, absolutely. Let's look at Late to the Party. Their strengths include Disney pictures, comedy pictures.
Too early.
They only do it for you, huh? And speaking the news, we'll find out what that means shortly. And the Wildberries. Their strengths include the Bad Boys film franchise, guessing, and making a scene at public events. So that is where we're looking at the strengths
Hopefully.
of these two teams going into this big match.
Can't wait to get Josh
If it's a good
McCoon's
public event,
wild thoughts on
they'll
the
be
Bad
making a
Boys
scene.
for Life trailer. Until
This
we
is
get
live.
there, Ken, are you ready for these two epic matchups tonight?
Mr. Mark Ellis, you know I am.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. I like reversing them. All right, doing the introductions today is the one, the only, the Golden Nay Platinum New York Times almost best-selling voice of Ken Nash.
All right, here we go. Schmoedown fans, are you ready? Introducing first, with a record of 1 win and
Speaking the
3
news.
defeats. From
Oh,
the great state of
Is this Afternoon Delight? Are they doing Anchorman?
This is Vanessa and Robert. They are late to the party.
Yes.
They came dressed to impress, Ken.
Let's get the Ron Burgundy.
Late to the party on
Scotch, scotch, scotch.
Robert
Scotch,
and
scotch,
Vanessa.
scotch.
He is,
Down it goes. Down into my belly.
That's not scotch.
Look at that,
the
just
subtext
Close
is
enough.
powerful.
very old-timey garb that they...
Yes.
It's baby scotch.
Wow, yes. Baxter, bark twice if you're watching. I love it. Beautiful San Diego represented here with Late to the Party.
That was in the 70s. Baxter has long passed.
Oh,
Thanks for reminding me.
Thank you.
Mr. Burgundy, Mrs. Corningstone. This is going to be a fun match. I can't imagine the Wildberries can follow that, Ken, but I guess we got to give them a shot.
Legally, we have to. And their opponents, with a record of Josh doesn't remember and Elliot never cared. From a sober living
Perfect.
facility in Reseda, California, this is Elliot Dewberry. Josh the Wild Mad Makuga. The Wildberries.
They just light up a studio.
Look at that. That's pretty tame so far.
Oh, Josh is going into the crowd.
He is.
Josh is...
I hope that is his wife.
I don't know.
It was his wife.
See
It is.
that's the woman he married.
It is. It is.
That's awesome.
He seems okay.
All right.
Amanda
Elliot,
Makuga,
the
also
Mountain
fun to follow on
Dewberry is
Twitter.
here.
She's great.
I don't know why that didn't catch
Follow
on.
both of them.
I've never been late to a party in my life.
The party starts when the Wildberries show up.
That's true.
Woo!
That is true.
One time real quick.
Wildberries!
Spiked.
You got it. It's good.
Probably.
Ken, I distinctly recall being in a comedy club in
You're talking about
Cincinnati,
the
Ohio,
mic,
2
not the
years ago,
drink.
and a gentleman in the front row was wearing a Wildberries shirt, and I had no idea
Yes.
what it was. Then I got off stage. He was like, Josh's team. And I was like, oh, right, they do
This is
have
literally
a
just
team.
juice. Don't
and
worry
now
about it.
they're here. They're one of those beloved in all of Schmoedown. However, Late to the Party is here as well. So, ladies and
A
gentlemen,
lot on this match.
the
Mark.
rules of round number 1 in this 3-round team match. Round number 1 on the whiteboard in front of you. Elliot, stop sniffing the markers. They're not for that. Each
Did you say attempted an answer? Was that a shot at the Wildberries?
Team.
Taking a shot?
has
Taking a shot?
3
There is no try.
usages
Someone's
of
handing
the
out shots?
JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to
I
buy yourself
mean,
some time, use a JTE
wouldn't doubt it
rule.
at this
Each team
point.
also has one challenge that I'm sure they will all use tonight because it is a live match. Elliot, Josh, how are we feeling?
Well, there's some guy with a belt out there that looks like the Unabomber. Who let him in?
Wow.
That's the team belt that
And
has
we're
eliminated
live.
your team thus far.
Oh. Missed that up.
Team belt?
Elliot. Whoops, it
Didn't hear about it.
Robert,
Is that Chance?
Vanessa, how are we feeling?
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. We are in.
He did the thing.
Scotch.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Should have gone. Ron Burgundy is ready. Yeah, she
It is
should have
such
been
a
like,
joy
"Why'd they
having
put
you.
a question mark on the
Looking
teleprompter?"
at your faces. I'll tell you that much.
You know,
Put one point on the
Makuga
board.
leads the league in most fistfights almost during a match, so this will be interesting.
See if he can add one more to his total here today.
All right, eight questions. Would you like me to go first, sir?
Why don't you go ahead and kick off there, Ken?
Wait, real
All
quick.
right. Oh, no.
Andrew Guy's out there looks like he's eating mozzarella sticks. What's going on, man? Hook it
That's,
up, dude.
French fries. All right, here we go. If you're ready, question 1 out of 8.
Wonderful.
3 rounds to a finish here today. Category is action/adventure. Action-adventure. What modern action franchise features such characters as Roman Pierce, Sean Boswell, and Mr. Nobody?
I did get the distinct air of fried food.
No, I thought it was just my blood, but I definitely smell it.
Of all the people in the studio, I think Andy's got to be the one that I would not think would be eating mozzarella sticks for dinner.
5.
If you can't get it off Roman Pierce.
3.
Yeah.
2.
I really just gave it away.
1. Looking for answers, starting with Elliot.
Is it Fast and Furious?
Yes, sir, you are right.
Fast and Furious franchise. Does
I
Robert
knew
have
that.
it?
Robert.
The fabulous Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen epic, It Takes Two.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It is
That's
a good movie.
Come on, give him
We
1
cannot
point.
award points for good cinema, though. Josh?
I wrote The Expendables, which is incorrect.
It's
but
a good guess, though.
Oh,
did
no.
Vanessa have it? Vanessa did not, so it's 1-0.
Wow.
Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Seizing the reins of victory.
Wow.
do a thing.
In classic Wildberry fashion, overreacting to the first point they scored. Your
That
next
eraser
question,
sucks.
famous actors and actresses. And the question is, which actor has played the famous characters Max Cady, Travis Bickle, and Vito Corleone? What are you writing? Josh was the first one to start scribbling on that one.
I will have you know, my handwriting has been complimented by many people.
Penmanship is always appreciated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for answers, starting with Robert.
James Caan?
It's not James Caan. Does Josh have it?
Robert De Niro.
It is Bobby D.
Niro.
Does Vanessa have it?
Robert De Niro.
We got a boy. Like to the body.
Elliot
Are you
Dubé.
talking to me? Because it's Robert De Niro.
Would be Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Line from the movie.
Almost forgot his first name.
Alright, we're at,
No, you didn't. Shut up.
we are at question 3.
Same as Christopher
The
De
number
Niro.
is 3. The question we're asking is
make sense.
3.
You think he'd be named after you?
The category
Jeez.
is dramas. Dramas. The films The Deer Hunter and Coming Home depict the struggles of veterans from what war? I don't have any jokes.
It's a hard question to play off of.
I can't spell it.
No witty banter
You
from
were
me.
very funny at the Comedy Store. You made your triumphant
Yeah,
return
first
to
time I've
the
been there
Comedy Store
14
stage.
years, sir.
Very
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for answers, starting with Josh.
Real quick, the Deer Hunter was shot in Pittsburgh, greatest city on the planet. Vietnam is
That is correct. 4 points for the Wildberries. Vanessa.
Vietnam War.
That is correct.
Elliot Dewberry, The Mountain.
Vietnam.
There
He's
you
got
go.
Vietnam.
Fucked up.
All right, to make it a perfect question, Robert.
Vietnam War.
Vietnam.
That is not what my board says.
Hey, real quick, I'm just a little hungry. Guy me.
Say guy me.
Okay,
Fry me.
that's the rule in the studio is you get 1 French fry throw per match,
Okay.
and they have exercised their
that's
option
it.
early on.
Named after
Failed.
famed French fry aficionado JT.
We move on to animated. Your next category is animated movies, and the question, what type of animal is Mr. Peabody in the 2014 film Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Hi, Nord.
Do they need
Are
specifics?
you doing Harry Carey?
Not really.
Because I'm not giving them.
No, please continue.
No.
You can't
the guy
make
gets
me.
on stage at the Bellevue for 10 minutes, and now
A
all of
white
sudden
one with
thinks
glasses?
he's,
I got a special 3,
Yeah.
2, and 1.
racist.
Dana Carvey.
Pens down. We're looking for answers starting with Vanessa.
Dog.
That is correct.
It is a dog.
It's a dog.
Elliot.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
A perro. Dog. Arizona.
I like the vertical thing you've been
That's
doing.
good, yeah.
Big
Josh?
vertical fan. Also, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's
Everybody
a dog.
get
Dog.
left.
No, I was saying we're white ones with glasses. But we're also dogs.
7, 5.
Come on, this is a
Woof.
Wildberries.
All right.
No perfect rounds, Ken, but we are
Not a
having
dog, I'm a
perfectly
gentleman.
good time.
You know what I'm talking
Your next
about.
category is in the world of fantasy sci-fi. Ken,
It's
tell
Lego.
me about it.
Fantasy/sci-fi. Your question is, who stars as an alien named Klaatu in the 2008 remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still?
It may just be what part of the country you're from. I think it's Klaatu.
Uh,
Klaatu?
2008?
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Depending on which planet you're
There's
from.
also another movie where this name pops up, and it's.
I think it's the
pronounced
only
with
remake.
5, 4,
Maybe.
3, 2, 1. Pens
do
down.
cool.
Going to you first. The Mountain.
Is it Keanu Reeves?
That is correct, sir.
Keanu Reeves.
knew that.
The
Good pull.
Mountain.
Does Robert have it?
He is breathtaking. Keanu Reeves.
Josh
Nice.
McCouga to continue your streak.
The Day the Earth Stood Still was also January 29th, 1982, my birthday. And also, I don't know, Will Smith.
That was I Am Legend.
Never saw that one.
Keanu Reeves.
She got it.
We got a close game.
Keanu Reeves.
I know you can't read this, but it says Keanu
is.
Reeves.
And
Does
we
it?
move on to directors with
Oh,
the
yeah, it
Wildberries
does.
currently enjoying a 1-point lead
really
over late
tiny.
to the party. Still anyone's ball game. Your next category is in the world of directors. directors. Who directed the film The Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Really? I'm never gonna get that one
Follow Me
wrong.
home from school.
I always wanted to see a fox, and I never saw one in
We
one.
developed a language.
I really enjoy that movie, actually.
Relationship.
It was cussing good.
Is this true?
Hey,
Five,
watch your cussing
No,
mouth.
don't count down. I want to hear
Cuss
more.
yourself.
2,
Cuss yourself. Don't you
one.
cuss and cuss at me.
For answer starting with I don't know.
Stupid
Robert.
cusser.
Wesley Anderson.
Wes Anderson is
It is
it.
Wes Anderson. Does Josh have it?
That's my favorite interchange in the history of Schmoedown. Wes Anderson.
The legendary Fox story
Wait.
from Ken Knapsack. Vanessa?
Wes Anderson.
You got it.
Makuga got that one?
Look at that. They maintain their lead.
That's impressive.
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. That's
I'm not
impressive.
surprised by Late to the Party with 9 points. I am definitely surprised by Wildberries with 10.
Wildberries have the lead, and it's a contrast of styles because Josh Makuga burning up a lot of energy. Elliot didn't even say the answer with that last one. He's pacing himself for round 3.
All right, 7th question out of 8 comes in the category of horror thriller. Horror/thriller.
Not bad.
Josh, you can take this
Doing
one.
11.
Which
Thanks, bud.
MCU actor plays a tracker who aids with a murder investigation in the 2017 mystery thriller Wind River?
Oh.
Wind
River.
Did you name the fox?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard of this.
Mortimer the
Yeah, Mortimer. We're pen
Never heard
pals
of
for
Wind
3
River?
years. It's great.
I don't-
I bought most of my baseball cards. 5.
3.
Can you repeat the question?
I remember seeing like
That's
promotion and
one.
trailers and stuff
Which
for it.
Which MCU actor plays a tracker who aids with a murder investigation in the 2017 mystery thriller Wind River?
My favorite thing about live streaming these at night is that the crew has been drinking for a number of hours. They've been Wildberry level partying.
I gotta catch up then.
Guys, there's a magnum of Pinot Grigio floating around. It's delicious.
3, 2, 1. Looking for answer starting with Josh McCool.
Remember that movie.
Jeremy Renner?
That's right.
That might be the first hard.
Should have tried a
question
Makuga
I've
guess
ever
there.
heard.
Yeah, really.
Vanessa.
Jeremy Renner.
That's right. Keep
Good
it
answer,
pace.
Vanessa.
Elliot.
The owner of the best app that sadly is no longer around, Jeremy Renner. R.I.P.
Robert, keep pace.
They're curmudgeonly handsome. Tommy Lee Jones.
No.
All right.
It's Jeremy Renner.
12-10.
I don't care.
Robert searching
Count
every
on me,
in-house,
Atlanta.
outhouse, doghouse in that area and couldn't
I don't know
find
what
the right
accent I was
answer.
doing there.
Our last question. Did you really think we weren't going to do this category in the world of comedies?
Yeah.
We are laughing.
Which actor
We are laughing.
plays Todd, the son of Adam Sandler's character in the 2012 comedy That's My Boy?
Yep.
Oh.
I found this movie.
Yep.
Oh, what's his
Super
name?
underrated.
I
Yep.
think it's very funny.
Really?
Yeah. I think I saw this and I was like, Adam Sandler's on his way back.
Just watch
Why am I blanking on his
5,
name?
It's no Jack and
4,
Jill.
I don't know.
3, 2, and
Can you
1.
repeat the question?
Oh, we got a second one from Late to Party.
To JT.
Yeah, an extra shot here.
World of comedies. Ha ha ha. Which actor plays Todd, the son of Adam Sandler's character?
I see
in the
his face. He was in
2012
Hot
comedy
Rod.
That's My
He's
Boy?
Lonely Island. The 999
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
The legacy of Chris.
You got it.
for our
Oh, what's
friend.
his name?
Great dude.
Josh, the
Big,
Michigan
goofy
Challenge,
upper
the
teeth.
Cardinals love it.
Kind of like. Never mind.
2, 1. Pens are down. Looking
couldn't
for
think of
answers
it.
starting with Vanessa.
Andy Samberg.
Yes.
Correct.
Does Elliot?
Andy Samberg.
That is correct.
Andy Samberg.
All right, McCook.
Andy Samberg.
All right, I guess it didn't matter.
Now listen, real quick
What?
though, his real name was Han Solo.
Okay.
Andy Samberg.
All right.
All right.
That's true.
All right. He goes by Todd, and we
Facts.
go by a very well played round number 1. Ken, I am impressed. It is 14-12 Wildberries, and the fact that the Wildberries are in
We get
double figures
13?
as are late to the party, that might surprise a few people watching at home. This is why you pay for the live stream, because you get
I
to
did
see
7.
magic like this. 14-12.
You
Josh
did
McCoga
6.
currently doing a press stroke.
Jeremy
up on the
Renner
answer
and
desk.
Andy Samberg got me.
Elliot had a perfect round.
Just getting word that Elliot
Goddamn right.
the mountain.
Really?
is so
That's impressive.
Let me confirm.
All right.
That's true.
You're not
He
supposed to
did.
announce it till the game is over, though. That's considered bad luck.
We are still going to
right.
compete in the match. So, Elliot, you
Right.
get a bonus question that is asked to you and only you. You do not need
I did
to
not know that.
write
Don't
this
need to write
down.
it down.
You can simply give us your answer.
I've
Wait
never
to
hit
the
a perfect
party,
round
and
before.
Josh, you can take 5. Your question. David Spade and John Goodman voice Cusco and Pacha, respectively.
Emperor's New
in
Groove.
What Disney film?
The Emperor's New Groove.
Elliot Dewberry, the mountain.
Don't even have to think about
is
that one.
perfect.
I didn't even need the full question.
What a
Yeah.
rock. right, as the Wildberries celebrate, Ken late to the party, trails them by 3. It is still anybody's contest. I did, in fact, notice it. It was very well played. Not by you, by your teammate. But
This is why you gotta love Makuga.
Josh was there.
Round number 2. This is known as the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. You're going to look at that our wheel that is. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is, in fact, the correct answer, we promise. And late to the party has 1 JTE rule remaining. The Wildberries still have all 3. Because the Wildberries are enjoying a 3-point cushion, they may choose whether they would like to spin the wheel or
We
defer
will
to your
defer
opponent.
to the visiting team.
Before Late to the Party spins, I want to remind everybody that this wheel is a sponsored wheel. Mr.
Good attempt,
Jake
Josh.
Burnham.
When you go to shake someone's hand, make sure they're looking at you.
Our favorite patrons, thank you for
Yeah, that's
sponsoring.
exactly
Check
what you
out the
should be
movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Jake's sponsored slices are modern classics and Sandra Bullock movies.
Yes!
So Vanessa, you're ready. Please spin from the wheel.
No one
not the
saw
pegs,
that. The
as we
video
brought
is
out the old
blocking
wheel
your
out of
hand.
retirement. How
I also
about a
did it
hand
below
for
the
that?
frame of.
For the old wheel.
There's also that, too.
All right. Miss Corningstone,
Once
you're
again,
ready. You may
stop doing stuff below the
Please don't
frame.
spin it too hard. Thank
I
you.
hate having to tell you that all the time.
We don't know if this thing's gonna. This thing's been through some.
Been through the.
Some
Couldn't
stuff.
help it.
Through the
Yeah.
Rings
Round
of
and round it goes.
Here we go. Uh-oh. Down.
The crowd is. This could be Disney movies, Ken.
An alleged strength.
That's a good spin.
They are
They're gonna
going
keep
to
it.
keep
Nope.
it.
That's a keeper.
Wow. You mentioned at
Actually
the top
hit you?
of the show,
No.
the tail of the
What
tape,
about the
that
score?
Late to the Party, one of their strengths is Disney films. They have spun it.
Maybe you
and
hit
I
my
dare say
arm
there's
hair.
not much fear of a challenge or a stolen point from
Yeah.
Josh or Elliot.
Absolutely. We got 6.
Why do you keep taking shots?
We
at
were
us,
all
bro?
raised on
Guys,
Disney
you
movies.
look like
Calm
a
down.
blueberry.
Oh, okay, Miss Corningstone.
Shots fired as we get heated in round number 2. Disney movies is
What's happening?
Ken's trying to figure out what's going on.
Ken will be
I think we all are.
The Wildberries, their series of questions. Late to the Party, first of 6 questions in the world of Disney movies. In the film Lilo and Stitch, what is the word that means family?
Ohana. That was weird.
Ohana.
You know,
Give them 2 points.
When you can do a Stitch impression, you're gonna do the
Also,
Stitch
in
impression.
real life in Hawaii.
And
it also
running.
means that.
Ohana means nobody gets left
Your next
behind.
question
No.
for 2 more points. In the
Ohana
film
means
101
family. Yeah.
Dalmatians,
Family
dog
means
owners
nobody gets left
Roger and
behind.
Anita reside in what city?
San Francisco?
London.
Jolly old London it is. 2 more points.
Look at that. We
So,
lead.
London.
Lead
For some
change.
reason I thought it was San
Alright.
Francisco.
I do not remember
Your
hearing
third
British
question in round
accents
number
during that.
2, Robert and Vanessa.
Film,
Late to
and
the
also
Party.
don't remember hearing
what was
the Full House
name
theme.
of the villain in the 1985 animated film The Black Cauldron?
Oh, I cannot remember.
Multiple choice, please.
Can give you that. Is it A, Horned King, B, Black King, C, Cursed King, or D, Evil King?
Evil King. I don't know.
Evil King, because the rest sound inappropriate.
Yeah.
Black King.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, Wildberries. Is it A, Horned King, B, Black King, C, Cursed King, or D, Evil King?
Cursed King.
A.
A, Horned King is correct for us.
Big steal. Time
Seems
to
to happen.
game.
Wow.
Every time we get a
that's
Makuga
impressive.
and a mountain on the desk, I doubt
Most
them,
impressive.
and they prove me wrong. Job well done, gentlemen. It is
All right.
tied at 16 as we move into the second half of the Late to the Party round number 2. Who provides the speaking voice for Captain Li Shang in the film Mulan?
Oh,
The
jeez.
speaking voice, not the singing voice.
Gerard Butler. I don't know.
Really?
We're going to go to 5, 4, 3.
Trying to whitewash an animated movie?
Provide that. Is it A, Ken Watanabe, B, B.D. Wong, C, Harvey Firestein, or D, Jerry Tondo?
Harvey Firestein. Absolutely.
Come here, Mulan.
So, B.D. Wong?
It is B.D. Wong for a point.
You look
And
great
Late to
on
the
that
Party
horse,
has
Mulan.
taken the lead over the Wildberries, and they
I
still
love
have
it.
2
Just
questions
love it.
remaining in round number 2.
Watanabe, Mark, you jerk.
Your
Why
penultimate
Harvey
question in the
Firestein?
world of
What's that
Disney
dragon
movies.
you got there? He's just so cute. Look at him.
Edgar is the name of the villainous butler in what Disney animated film?
Who had a butler?
The Aristocats.
Oh.
Give them a point.
That makes
2
sense.
points as a matter of fact.
That's a movie that I never finished
Big
watching as a
points.
kid because I was bored
It's a
with it.
3-point lead.
Yeah.
One question remains.
Hot take for some.
Late to the party.
I don't care.
That cat also
Last
sounded like
question
Baloo.
In the world of Disney movies, which you clearly have proven your knowledge of
Probably.
here today.
It
What
is.
is the
It was the
name
same voice.
of the speaking
Limited range of
tree
voice
that
arts.
serves as Pocahontas' guide in the film Pocahontas?
Grandmother
Tree.
Willow.
Yes.
Grandmother Willow.
Wow. 2 more points. And with that, late to the party.
We've been
has
talking
opened
through
up
each
a
and every one of their
5-point
questions,
gash
which means
over
we've been late to the party
Wildberries.
on each and every
But
one of their
now,
questions.
Jake Burnham's got a great wheel there, and the Wildberries.
It's a bit of a stretch.
No, it's not at all. It's actually nailing it right on the head. So thank you.
Derek, you're my really good friend. You were at my wedding, so just.
I had a great time at your wedding.
Thanks, buddy.
From what I'm told, it was a good time.
I'd just like to point out to the crowd that this is the first ever perfect first round in the history of the Wildberries. So what you guys are witnessing right now is history. It is history in the making. It's history in the making right now.
It's a good game.
Woo! See what you missed, Arizona? Woo! I'm kidding.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow, he.
Elliot,
Too soon.
the wheel.
That's
He's
rough.
gonna have
He
that
showed
wheel
up.
spin. Round and round it goes.
Arizona didn't want to miss it.
And
They didn't have a
I'm looking at
choice. Come on, man.
Adventure On there. I think the Wildberries might be sneaky good at modern classics, or Ron Howard as well.
Sandy Bullock films.
no.
Is
No.
it coming
And
down?
that is a
We got
free
it.
No, let's do some more Disney
Gonna go
movies.
again. Little T-Rex spin, little T-Rex.
going,
Elliot
baby.
deploying
Get a
a
free
doggy
spin there because that
paddle
was
technique
the
to
Wildberries
that-
Was
category.
that T-Rex or was he imitating Thriller with the?
Coming
80s
could be
around to
80s.
80s. Are they going to take 80s?
Yes.
80s
It's a
movies.
shrug.
It's a T-Rex doing
Makuga is.
Thriller. Thriller.
We're going to go respin. Makuga did not like
They're
it.
gonna respin.
T-Rex spin is in.
Come on,
They
Sandra
must
Bullock.
take whatever
Sandra
category Elliot
Bullock.
spins.
Sandra Bullock.
They still want Sandra
They're
Bullock,
not
and
gonna
it's
get
not gonna be
Sandra.
Sandra. Look out.
Oh.
We've got it.
Well, guess who's not getting Sandra Bullock?
We've got an opponent's choice. This
Night,
could
everybody.
be
They
devastating.
flew too close to the sun
That's
and now
right.
late to the party.
You might as well be walking on the sun with that, okay?
Katrina in the way is walking on sunshine.
Talk about your all-time biggest bad.
Late to the party.
Which
what
is actually funny
category
because
would
I've
you
thought
like
of
to
Walking
settle
on
in?
Sunshine
45 years
Sandy?
ago.
Sandy
by
B?
Katrina and the
Shame
Waves.
if you pick Sandra
We're gonna
Bullock.
need
I
an
think
answer.
we're going 80s.
80.
80s.
Yeah,
Played,
it's a smart pick. It's a
all
broad
right.
category.
Give it a
We'll
maybe.
see. We'll
Mayo
see.
Picks is no fun for anyone but John Roca.
6 questions. In
So
this
don't
opponent's
delay.
choice
Act
categories.
now.
The two
Supplies
guys
are
looked at their,
running
Marriott bar at a conference for the weekend. Here we go.
Marriott's a great hotel.
It's a solid
I'm a
one.
Bon
Trust
Voy
me.
Elite member.
All right. First one down the pipeline
I'm not
out of
surprised.
6. This 1989 drama tells the story of an English teacher at the fictional Welton Academy
Dead
who
Poets Society.
inspires his student through poetry.
Dead Poet Society.
Poet Society.
Well, yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's it.
For sure.
Okay.
oh, Captain, my
I'm
Captain.
not even going to answer a question. I feel like I'm watching a no-hitter. I'm in the 6th inning. I
All
don't
right.
want to mess with the pitcher.
All right, you're regular.
That would be jinxing.
Regular Mike Scott in 1986 with the Astros.
I don't know any of these
Football that
terms
got
mean
sold for
sports.
Scuffing. All
Thanks,
right.
Ken. Ken
Question
with the
2.
deep cut.
Question 2. Mitchell Ritchie directed Chevy Chase in 2 films. In what comedy series?
Vacation?
Sorry, a ferret wrote that.
Is it the vacation films?
I don't want to.
What other series was he in?
Okay, let's try it.
I can't remember.
Go to 5, 4,
Maybe
3,
Fletch.
2, 1. Yeah.
Vacations. The vacation.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal.
Fletch, and Fletch lives.
That's a 2-point
That
steal
is
right
a
there.
There you go.
huge steal.
I had no idea.
Big
I barely
steal.
remembered that there was a sequel to Fletch Lives.
That is.
Huge
So Fletch
never go
lives.
back to
steal.
Arizona.
Well, the sequel
I'm
was
sorry,
Fletch Lives.
Arizona. I got the Arizona curse right now.
He wanted Fletch. That was my fault.
Now I
All
just
right.
ruined the no-hitter that some guys
All right,
at home
third question.
a
Third
big steal.
question. Kenneth Branagh starred in and directed an adaptation of which Shakespeare play in 1989?
All of them. I don't know.
Othello.
I know why, and Draco's laughing in the
Macbeth?
crowd. That is incorrect for a 2-point steal.
This could be big.
Much Ado About Nothing.
That was in the 90s. This was
King
Henry
Henry.
V.
Yeah.
Henry V.
The worst Henry I've ever.
You've heard
know.
that.
I was thinking
All
Macbeth,
right.
but that was Mel
And
Gibson.
Draco knew it.
Henrys.
Unfortunately, he's not competing here
That's
tonight.
right. All right.
Brutal.
We've got your
Hamlet.
fourth question
Not
coming
Macbeth.
down. The fourth
Yeah.
question coming down. In this 1980 film directed by Michael Apted, It tells the story of a country superstar named Loretta Lynn.
Coal miner's daughter.
I've got it. Coal miner's daughter.
Well, that's right for 2 points.
Makuga.
All right. You
It's
know
a
what?
really good
I'd like to point
Sissy
out the
Spacek
reason I
role.
know that is because my wife likes country music.
Wow.
Yeah. Her name's Amanda. She's lovely.
All right.
Scorpion woman.
All right.
Scorpion woman.
Amanda sounds like a lady that rides horses without a helmet. Here we go. Here we go. The next question coming down. This is your 5th out of 6. What popular 80s hard rock band is shown filming a music video during the big movie studio climax of the all-time classic Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Movie that changed my life.
This might be my favorite question ever asked.
Ellis's favorite question.
Good question.
Van
Multiple
Halen.
choice, please.
Yeah.
A, Quiet Riot. B, Rat. C, Twisted Sister. D, Motley Crue.
Motley Crue.
We're gonna say Twisted Sister.
You're gonna burn in
There you
hell.
get the point.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember.
That
That kind of makes sense.
We're not gonna take
Twisted
it.
Sister was kind of out there.
This last round 2 question
No,
right in the world of the
we're gonna
1980s.
take
We
it.
will be tied heading into round number 3. What an opening match we have on the Schmoedown Throwdown.
All right, final question. Which 90210 actress played Heather Duke in the 1988 film Heathers?
Shannon Doherty?
He just drank Josh's drink.
Probably.
Shannon Doherty.
That's correct for 2 points. That's correct.
You know,
He just
Elliot
drank
Newberg
Josh's
was the
drink.
perfect round number 1.
Well, it wasn't
He
Tori
was going to have to
Spelling.
put the team on his back, but Josh Makuga starting to show his or his wife's movie knowledge on stage here today. And now we are tied 23 to 23, heading
I'll tell you what.
to round number 3.
Mark, I got to tell you, this is one of the best matches I've seen in a long time, only because I'm drinking whatever they're drinking.
A lot of alcohol on that desk, Ken. And as we move into round number 3, this will be the last round of the match, lest we go to sudden death overtime. Oh, boy. Round number 3, each team is going to, should we get that far. So, Wildberries, you are sitting in the higher ranked chair. You may give us your series of numbers first.
5.
3.
6.
5, 3, 6. They didn't want to venture into double digits, Ken.
They did not. That's too far to the unknown for them.
Late to the party.
Well said, Ken. Well said.
Because it's Ken, 7-11.
Okay. God bless you.
3.
And 3.
We already did 3.
They already did 3.
14.
All right, 14.
7, 11, and 14.
7, 11, 14 coming down for them.
All right. I will be administering.
That was a good
the
date.
Late to the party questions. Late to the party. You're going to hear your 2-point
7,
question
11.
first.
14.
Oh.
And you chose
2014,
category
7.
7 in honor of Ken Knapp.
What happened on that
Never
day?
had a meat treat
Free
for
Slurpees.
7-11.
No, just the prepackaged sandwiches.
Typically.
Directors. Late to the party. Your 2-point question is in the world of directors. Robert, Vanessa, who feels more comfortable fielding that query?
I'm going to take it.
All right, Vanessa, stepping up to the plate. 2 points in the world of directors. Who directed the 2019 film Men in Black International?
F. Gary Gray.
Yeah.
I think you mean intentional.
Men in Black intentional.
Gary Gray.
Hey,
Fine.
what did he ever do to you?
He made Men in Black International.
Good point. Ding.
Sorry, it was F. Gary Gray.
What?
F. Gary Gray.
Wait, it's straight out of
F.
Compton guy
Gary
directed
Gray.
MIB. That's crazy. I
There you
didn't know
go.
that.
All right.
Yeah, straight
so
outta
we are
Compton
gonna
guy,
step
yeah.
back to the party for your 3-point question. And in the world of dramas, and Robert, this is going to be you. 3 points and a 3-point lead over Late to the Party. In the Coen brothers film Inside Llewyn Davis, the title character
Oscar
takes care
Isaac.
of his neighbor's
Yep.
pet. What type of pet?
Oh, it's still Oscar Isaac.
It's a cat. I don't know.
A cat.
Sure.
That's correct for 3 points.
Cool. I have a cat. The answer is a cat. It makes sense.
Could have been dog. Could have been a bird.
What
I like
love
cats.
about
It would have been my
is that
bird.
He's playing Ron Burgundy. You know Ron Burgundy hated answering cat over his beloved dog Baxter, but he got it out of his mouth, and he got 3 points, and he has now forced the hand of the Wildberries. Ken, over to
The
you
pet
for
is
their
still
2-point
Oscar
question.
Isaac.
All right, you chose number 5. Number 5, Johnny Bench's brother. He played for the Reds. All right, here we go. It's a 2-point question in the category of Oscars. Oscars. Who is going to take this
Isaac.
question?
Neither of us
Okay.
realistically.
I'll take it.
That's a game
Okay,
strategy
2
move
points.
right there.
All right. What film starring Tom Hanks and directed by Robert Zemeckis won Best Picture in 1995?
Forrest Gump.
1995.
That's Forrest Gump, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a strategy move right there because they don't need the 2-pointer, and
that-
they're both not strong at it.
2 points.
This is really a Forrest Gump question.
Yeah. But Dewberry's the stronger competitor out of the two of them knowledge-wise.
Yeah.
That was a game move right there, guys.
I thought it.
The 95
Forrest Gump was
right up there.
92.
All right, so that
No, it came out
means
in
they're
94.
still behind by a point.
Awards in 95.
That's right. If the
5
Wildberries can hit their 3-pointer, this
Against
is going to
Pulp
be Elliot's
Fiction,
know-how
Lion King,
alone.
Shawshank
They are
Redemption.
gonna
That was a
have
great
the
year for
lead,
movies.
and
Stacked
they're gonna
year.
force Late to the Party to answer their 5-pointer correct. Ken, the best news of all, doesn't look like we're going to sudden death.
Definitely not there. All right, so this
Although
is
the
a
Wildberries,
3-point
you never
question
know.
in the category. Oh, excuse me, yeah, a 3-point
Gotta
question.
work some
You chose
magic.
number 3. The category is new releases, Elliot. These are motion pictures released in the last 12 to 18 months.
Okay.
I'll take it.
3-point question coming in.
You got it.
Airplane movies.
All right. Correct. Who directed the 2018 reboot of the classic sci-fi creature franchise, The Predator?
Shane Black.
Robert Rodriguez.
That's incorrect.
I mean, it's a-
That is incorrect.
it's a good
The answer is
guess.
Shane Black.
The one who was
Shane
in the
Black
original Predator
was the
movie.
answer.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez, big Predator fan. I think he
All right,
produced
all right,
Robert Rodriguez.
We need a little Wildberries energy. Let's go.
No,
Come on.
he didn't direct Predators.
All right.
Did he?
They chose the
done.
number
It's over.
6. The number 6, which is the category of action/adventure.
Yes!
Action/adventure.
Yo.
Boys question. Come on.
All right.
Yo.
All right.
Bad Boys.
If it's a Bad Boys question.
5 points to put
In
you
Bad
in
Boys.
the lead.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Peter Stormare plays Russian cosmonaut Lev Andropov, excuse me, and I'm Russian, in charge of the space station in what 90s film?
Armageddon.
It's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
5 points.
It's the same difference.
Which he was the Russian Grim Reaper in Bad Boys 2.
If
So
you
I
can't
mean,
get a Bad Boys question, get a Michael Bay question.
With Peter Stormare. I mean, still works.
Maybe it's premature because Late to the Party does have their 5-point
Tapia,
question
I am
remaining.
the Russian
It's as
Grim
simple
Reaper.
as this, kids. If
Dude,
they get it right,
the
they
Wildberries
win.
are at
If they
30
get it
points.
wrong, they lose, and the Wildberries will dance the night away in downtown Burbank. Dance, dance.
No.
What's in this?
No, I'm not drinking. They're at 30 points.
Late to the Party. You selected number 14.
They
for
still
your
at 30?
Yeah.
5-point question. And that
Still at 30?
corresponds to
Okay,
the
the
category
gag's done.
of movie quote.
I'm not contributing to this gag. Movie quotes.
Movie quotes.
Oh, man.
Robert, Vanessa, any confidence in this category?
This is Bushling. Amateur hour.
All right.
Stop calling your arms guns.
Your question. For 5 points and the win, you'll hear the following quote in what classic romantic comedy? When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Robert and Vanessa are allowed to confer.
Oh.
Staring into each other's eyes. They have one.
I know
JT
we've heard that.
remaining. They look like they're leaning in for a
5,
slow kiss.
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2.
Got to use the JT rule. Or...
Repeat the question.
All right, they got it in. We'll give it to them.
You'll hear the following quote in what classic rom-com? When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life
Dude.
to start as soon as possible.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yes.
We must know the
It was
answer
Turk,
already.
and he was quoting Harry Met
The
Sally
wedding planner.
because Carla's brother wrote his vow. Yes.
When Harry Met Sally, yeah.
Yes. What?
The excitement is overflowing. We hope no valuable equipment gets damaged in the celebration that is bound to ensue because the Wildberries
What's the
have
answer?
done the unthinkable and won a match by scoring 30 points.
Wow, they did it almost. To spite us. The correct answer was When Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally.
Thanks, Scrubs.
Crystal Meg Ryan.
Sally.
Nora Ephron.
Eagle.
Script, Rob Reiner directing. Wow, I almost think the Wildberries did it to spite us, Mark.
That's actually
have to
really
admit,
impressive,
what
actually.
that's a great match. That's
We Kevin Bacon that one.
Yeah.
It was quoted in Scrubs. That was done in When Harry Met Sally.
It was a great match, Ken. I dare say that the Wildberries don't
6
spend
degrees
as much time
of
studying as
rom-com
Scrubs
and
teams,
calm.
but sometimes it comes down to what categories you know. And
Oh, God.
Steve Perry, 1983 in Houston, as Josh McCouga crosses the camera in celebration of his epic win. And we are going to have an interview with both the winning team and the losing team. First up is Late to the Party.
Oh,
they drove here.
fantastic.
They earned their place in this match.
We
They just
highly
came up
recommend
a
y'all
little
watch
bit
Scrubs.
short.
It'll help you with movie
Our
trivia.
own Emma Fife, by the way.
And every
what's the
recommend
mood
every
like
Wildberries match
at
ever.
this
Yeah.
party?
You know,
It won't help you with
it's
movie
still
trivia,
a
but
nice
it'll get
light
out the
air
giggles.
celebration. I think that going into this match today, we all knew that no matter the outcome, it was going to be a fun time. And I would say, Late to the Party, that, you know, you guys brought the party with you.
Absolutely. I am so happy to be here to play the Wildberries. I hope we made them proud for bringing the party. Oh, thank you. I really.
Makuga's yelling off screen. None of you can probably hear him. He doesn't
Oh,
realize
no,
he
we
doesn't
can.
have a
We can hear
microphone
Makuga.
right now. So Robert, Vanessa, you know, thank you for making the journey. How do you feel about the match? I mean, obviously,
Didn't Robert have a
I think you had
goatee?
pretty good showing.
I feel like we're exhausted. We drove all the way to Phoenix, had to fly to Burbank to compete with the Wildberries.
I don't remember
When they
one.
were supposed to come to us, we had to bring the party to them, and I'm exhausted. I'm out of scotch. There's nothing left in this glass. Josh McCouga stole a drink. I don't know. I'm ready to party. That's all I know how to do, and lose, apparently.
Listen, I do feel that, you know, the hometown advantage was switched up here, so that definitely threw you guys for a loop. But all in all, solid performance all around. Any parting words on this non-canon Schmoedown match that we all just witnessed here today?
Let's just have a good time. I mean, we enjoyed playing this match. I loved playing it against the Wildberries. I've been saying we want to play the Wildberries since the beginning, so this was good.
Yeah, I think we saw dreams manifested here today. What do you think?
My dreams were crushed. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Nice.
All right, back to you, Mark and Ken.
Fantastic.
In classic Will Ferrell and you know,
That's perfect.
If you look at an Applegate and a Ferrell, I'm pretty sure that Applegate would be able to keep it a little cooler, calm under the collar, as what Vanessa showed. The class of Late to the Party, they gave it their all, and it was the match that we wanted, Ken. It was an energetic match. It lived up to the hype. I am still a little shocked that I am saying this. The Wildberries were the winner.
Yeah, that's going to make it for a long ride on the 10 back to Brawley or Tucson or wherever they live, but it's going to be a fun trip. They're going to have to work. But I really think the Late to the Party should be proud of what they're doing. But speaking of proud,
It's a hell of an effort.
Emma Fife has got to be proud that she has this job to stand with these two guys right now.
Oh, here it goes.
Oh boy.
Listen, we saw Schmoedown history made here today. Elliot Dewberry, perfect round one.
They said it couldn't be done. They said the Wildberries will never win another match. They said they're all spectacle and no talent. Well, you saw it here tonight. When you get a team to drive several hours in 100-degree weather from another state all the way over here and immediately put them up against the Wildberries, the Wildberries are going to take that match. And we did.
You definitely did.
Science.
So do you feel having the hometown advantage
Science.
gave the Wildberries the edge here today?
No, I think our biggest advantage was the fact that Elliot is way better at trivia than I am and really carried this team on his back. He's got severe scoliosis, and it was awesome. It was really, really good.
Now, I do think we saw a little of that
Should
Makuga
get off his
magic,
back.
that incredible guessing ability returned to you
Yes.
in round two there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I wanted Fletch, and we went vacation. But other than that, like, I thought 80s was a little bit of a weakness. It's a broad genre. I was born early, but then I didn't really start watching movies because my parents didn't let us watch R-rated movies. Seems like a lot of R-rated questions. What are you going to do? A lot of Pinot Grigio, grease the wheels to my 80s, just perfection. Put me on that lawnmower. I'm McDreamy. What's that movie, Ellis?
Grey's Anatomy.
You know.
Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Lawnmower Man.
No. You know the lawnmower movie where he plays the geek and he goes to Chic and he goes.
Oh, what? Can't Buy Me Love.
Thank you, Late to the Party.
Except you can buy Josh McCouga's chants on the internet. Are those?
And your winners are actually.
For all your Wildberries t-shirt needs.
Oh man,
Well,
that's fantastic.
As they say, I think everybody is perhaps a little surprised, psyched.
Yeah.
That's the word we're looking for.
I got so used to driving home from these things angry, sad, just crying all over the steering wheel, very dangerous. It's gonna be nice to not have to do that until the next time we have a match.
My wife said that she would divorce me if I lost again. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up in a
So
couple
the next
weeks.
match will
and
be
guess
what, family?
Married.
Yeah, so I feel ya.
Marriage.
I feel you,
It's great.
Dewberry.
We witnessed history in the making with Elliot Dewberry proving he actually does know something about movie trivia, and Josh McCouga walking away from this a still married man. Now back to you at the desk.
Boom.
Ken.
I'll tell you, when Josh says he was born early, he was born 3.5 months premature, lived the first 2 years of his life in a turkey oven roasting bag. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter.
What?
He did really good today, and I'm really proud of my podcasting part.
That's right. The Afternoons with Josh and Ken. Check that out wherever you digest podcasts. I guess we should send our condolences to Josh's lovely wife. You got to deal with that for at least another year, but you got a good chin. You'll be able to handle it. The Wildberries have a nice T-shirt.
God.
You can get our exclusive Schmoedown Tour T-shirt for the 2019 live season. Right now, it is available at the Schmoedownlive.com. It's a cool tour T-shirt. Tells you all the cities we went to this year, all the fun that we've had. Pick up that exclusive item while you still can at the Schmoedownlive.com. Look at all those faces on there. I'm not one of them. Are you?
No, not me, sir. But there's a lot of beautiful
Yeah,
people
you're
on there.
both on there. They're
Oh, no, wait, I
like
am.
this
I see
side.
myself.
Oh.
They're
Take
this
it all
side.
back. Now you can buy the shirt. The
No, they're over
2019
here.
Movie
Can-
Trivia
oh, they're
Schmoedown
over
Live
here.
Tour shirt available now, as well as
Whatever.
tickets for Orlando at the Schmoedownlive.com. Ken, the final thought on today's match: 30-26 goes to you.
A great match, but I guess it's a shame on people like me who don't take the Wildberries seriously, other than T-shirt sales, because they really showed something. A perfect round from Elliot. That's not easy to do. And late to the party, I really do like these kids, and I hope they keep coming
Made a lot of
around. They're
noise.
very fun. They're going to get some
Good
big
job.
wins down the line if they really want. 26 points, nothing to sneeze at. I really like what they did.
Well, we certainly have a nice undercard match that we just witnessed, and Ken, it is now about time for the headlining event.
I need a break.
Chance, he's a Cobra. His name's Chance Ellison versus William, the Beast Bibbiani.
break.
Still standing. Ken, what a match we are about to experience. Here's a quick preview right now.
What's going on with this nuke?
And back from the break.
Oh, the nuke. What's going on with it? Listen, I would love to tell you. I would. But then I'd have to kill you.
Such a standard joke. Come on, Captain, you can do better. Sort of. I absolutely love how emotional Kalinowski gets at these. For all his trash talking,
Chance Ellison came to play.
Kalinowski is
Or
Mr.
was he
Schmoedown.
right? Chance Ellison came to play the perfect round.
Shanghai Knights.
Perfect.
Feels good. It feels really good.
Chance Ellison is now the youngest champion we've ever had. They're having a hell of a year here. They beat the founding fathers.
I got a loss against Dan out of my system. That was a practice match.
What a run by William Bibbiani leading here today. He was the MVP, and because of that, he got a #1 contender shot. He won a match earlier against Ron Harris this
still
season.
standing.
Then he won a
I
triple
know, every
threat
time I see his
match
shirt.
against Ethan Irwin and John Roca to earn. He is on fire right now, and he still has that #1 contender match in his back pocket.
Oh, I have a #1 contenders, and that's something I'm going to have to contend with.
Bibbiani, the wordsmith.
I'm gonna
It actually
take
was
my
pretty
moments,
good.
And I'm going to swoop it up. Swoop. There it is.
I want these belts. I want Intergeekdom. I wanted him to have his first belt. We got that. We're going to get this guy's singles title here. We're going to have all the belts at the end of this. You see what happens when you doubt me. Keep doubting me.
When y'all gonna play Star Wars? Because otherwise you're not getting all the belts.
You look at that, and it gets the competitive juices flowing, Ken, because now we are in the thick of the ultimate Schmoedown tournament singles division, and two of the best of the game, Chance Ellison versus
7
William
points, I
Bibbiani
barely
here
knew
taking
ye.
the stage. It's a round #1 match, and William Bibbiani comes in as a
It's
guy
okay.
who really
You'll
took
do
his
better
game to
next
the
time.
next level
Probably
at a
not.
live event that was the free-for-all. He lasted throughout everybody
Team
else. Came down to the
Cinefanatics,
wire
come on,
between him
you
and
can
Dan
do
Murray.
better.
William Bibbiani was named the MVP of
I
that
can
match.
do
However,
Barry?
in the postseason, game.
God, I hope
That's
not.
way-
That's a little
way
weird.
up
No,
his
that's a
sleeve.
perfect. That's what they're calling a
Chance
perfect round
Ellison
now.
was eliminated by Ethan Irwin last
Irv?
time around, and funny enough, the winner of this match, you know who they play in round number 2? Ethan Big Time Irwin.
Would you like some more alcohol?
Down the line for our team, and I'll say our team again. I am a broadcast journalist. I'm going to be professional, but
That's still not right. That's a conflict of interest. Like, no matter how professional he can
this
be.
is a big opportunity to really put
Maybe.
Chance's stamp on the league. We know he's had some big wins. The team championship.
Ken's a
all this
stand-up
kind of
guy
stuff
regardless
around.
of his
But
team
we
affiliation.
Also know that we want him to have singles gold, and this is the path. William the Beast Bibbiani, he is one of the greats of the game. That can't be debated. He's had some big wins. He's had some big losses, and sometimes you don't know which one's going to stand up. And yes, he's
He's
going
gonna
to
stand up.
even after all these rounds. But that's the free for all.
Apparently we're not the only ones.
Let's see what he brings to it.
See Elton John in Vegas on his farewell tour. Ken, I think you're doing a very professional job of trying to remain as impartial and unbiased as you possibly can. Because you're right. William
As
the
you
Bibby,
possibly can.
William the Bibbiani. The Bibby.
Rocket Man was a
He
great
is
movie.
so strong in so many different categories. Even if you
Ignore
represent
that pun.
corruption, you want to talk a little trash against William Bibbiani, you have to acknowledge the greatness that he has brought to the Schmoedown. Not just from an answering questions correct standpoint either. Such a fun entrance. He helps with the website. He does a lot of things for the Schmoedown, and he is looking to do something for himself in the Schmoedown tonight, and that would be to advance against
You don't
Ethan
have to
Irwin.
rub it in.
Man, that Chance Ellison, that kid you're raising over there in corruption, he knows how to play this
We
game.
have filed the adoption papers on Chance to actually adopt them as a team. Mike's going to be the mother. But I'll tell you, in our pre-game meetings over at a fast food joint nearby here that serves Impossible Meat Burgers.
Burger King.
Fuddruckers.
We
No.
do not,
Oh.
Do they?
not
I don't know.
underestimate
Maybe.
William Bibbiani on
They have some
any
kind of veggie
level
option.
for any second. He is
Why
a
would you
former
get that at
champion.
Fuddruckers,
What I
though?
love is that the stage is set.
Wait,
there's
can
one
we say
kid there, 'cause
Fuddruckers on
William
here?
Bibbiani's
Am I gonna have to
stand.
bleep that
Will
out?
Chance Ellison eventually stand as well.
Not Fuddruckers,
We'll
but
wait
if you
to
said
find
Rudd-
that out. Ken, the tail of the tape.
Never
What
mind.
is your boy Chance?
All right, we have
Thanks.
a lot of strengths for Chance. He's a young kid who watches a lot of movies. That's why he's here and so good. His strengths include action adventure, new releases, fantasy sci-fi, among other categories. On Bibbiani's side, his resume includes classics, directors, Oscars. He is a dignified film watcher. Cinephile, but don't worry, he can go low.
But is he a
sci-fi,
Cinefanatic?
the superheroes and the actions as well.
One of them calls
Yeah, probably.
movies cinema, the other one calls them talkies.
I'd give him
and
that
it's about
title,
to go down
if
right
he
now
wants
on
it.
the movie trivia Schmoedown. Ken, are you ready?
Sir, I am.
It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yeah, I like it.
Once again, I turn it over to the
not like we
author of
have
Why
that
We Love Star
trademarked.
Wars. We love his golden throat. Ken, at your ready.
No, I mean we
All
definitely have it trademarked.
Intro.
Oh, that's right. It has
to
been.
first.
Yeah. Okay.
With a record of 2 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 knockout. Representing corruption and led to the arena by Grace Hancock. This is the Cobra, Chance Ellison.
And a lot of boos.
Come on. Hey,
Grace
honey.
blowing kisses, Chance waving. It's like the boos are making them more powerful, Ken.
Absolutely.
That was a great shirt
she's,
that Chance was wearing.
Grace has got the helm today. Leading the team is, quite frankly, she always does. She calls the shots in all the meetings there.
Seems like she
Yeah.
is more the manager than you. Is that an unfair thing to say?
That is true. I'm just collecting a pension for retirement. And her opponent, with an all-time record of 7 wins and 6 defeats.
Let's see what it's like to do a Schmoedown reaction by yourself.
He is a former movie trivia
This will be
Schmoedown
interesting.
champion of the world, William the Beast Bibbiani.
Forgot you can see my shadow on the wall.
Good job.
Doesn't really work, does it?
Oh, what is he doing?
Bibbiani and the kid.
Jupiter ascending.
His hair.
Come out as well.
Love Actually, nice.
It's a love. This is Andrew Lincoln's.
Any luck by next year, I'll have all these belts.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a great.
Bam, bam.
Bam.
This is a
But for
Nightcrawler.
now, let me say, Chance is
No.
going down.
It's not. Never mind.
Corruption is misspelled.
I mean, that's true.
I don't like sand. It's coarse. Not like here.
Fantastic.
Here, everything is soft and smooth. Where was I? Oh yeah. Let's get ready to Schmoedown.
I like that.
Hashtag growl growl.
Growl growl. For the Beast with a Love Actually reference, and we love William for his intros amongst many other things. My favorite part of William's Love Actually intro is that Chance had the same look on his face that I do trying to watch Love Actually.
Okay.
Not a fan.
It's one of my favorite films.
Cold Dead Heart in
dare you? Now, how dare you? Of all the Beast intro, that's my favorite one. That was really funny. I like that.
Then we should move on to the rules of round number
everybody.
1, gentlemen. This is an Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament match. It is round number 1, both in the tournament and the round number 1 rules are as follows. Out the 3-round match. William, I'm noticing a Jupiter Ascending shirt. Is that some sort of good luck charm?
Yeah, like Jupiter Ascending, you know, I had a lot of anticipation when I got started, then bit of a rough start out of the gate, and now I'm finally finding my audience.
I would say that Love Actually is the Jupiter Ascending of romantic comedies.
That's fair.
Chance Ellison, how you feeling, Cobra?
Feel pretty good, you know? Ready to... You know, you're still standing right now, right? I'm going to take you down a peg, so let's go. Let's go.
Boy, threatening words from Chance, and with that, let's get ready to Schmoedown!
That was all right. That was a thing.
Ken Knapsack will be asking the first question while I gather my breath.
All right. First question out of 8 in round 1 here. Category is animated movies. What is the subtitle of the 1991 sequel to An American Tail?
Whoa. This ain't the Wildberries late to the party match anymore.
No, it is not. I was a big fan of this franchise.
Some deep cuts.
I'm just going to give myself the point now.
Because it's Electric Boogaloo.
4, 3, 2,
American
1.
Tail 2.
William.
Fievel Goes West.
That is correct, sir, for a point. Chance.
Fievel Goes West.
All right, we're tied up at 1.
Fievel goes west. Fievel.
Right. Your next question is in the
Goes
world
west.
of, get ready, audience, it's comedies.
Oh, yeah.
It brings me such
You
joy to
guffaw.
see the audience. Like, in
Guffaw.
particular, seeing a smile on
He
Christian
guffawed
Rubenkawa's
on
face,
camera.
It warms my heart. In the world
I
of
don't know if YouTube's
comedies,
gonna let that
what
happen.
1998 weed-themed comedy
Blocked in some
starred
pictures.
Dave Chappelle and Jim Brewer?
Yep.
Remember that Goat Boy?
Boo this man!
Everybody loves, you know, Chappelle's got a number special. Jim Brewer.
Boo!
Funniest.
Sorry, I had to finish writing first before I finish that quote.
4, 3, 2,
Screw you,
1.
screw
Looking for
you,
answers.
screw you,
That's
screw
right.
you.
Thanks.
That's correct.
You can see my board.
F you, F you,
There you go.
F you, you're cool, half baked.
That's right.
Half baked.
That's right.
Half
All right, don't do the drugs, kids. Unless you're in a state that encourages it.
Baked.
Back to you for drugs.
All right. Hello, Oregon. All right. Third question, the category of dramas. Oprah Winfrey made her feature film debut in what film from director Steven Spielberg?
I heard she has a talk show.
Local, regional to Chicago.
Cable access?
Yeah, it was. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Looking for answers. Start with William.
The Color Purple.
That is correct, sir. Chance.
The Color Purple.
All right, we're tied up at 3.
Color
Both guys
purple.
perfect
The
for
color
this
purple.
round.
Perfect early on. If they get 5 more questions right, they're going to pull what we now call an Elliot Dewberry and getting a
good lord.
for 1. In the world of action adventure is your next category.
actually are gonna call it
Double
that.
A,
Yeah.
Who plays Martin Riggs in the Lethal Weapon franchise?
Riggs and
And
Murtaugh.
a groan comes over the crowd. I'm going to say this. I think
Riggs
Oprah's
was,
talk show,
uh,
like the daytime format, probably the best. I was a big fan of Montel. I got into Ricky Lake for a year.
Oh, yeah. She was
Sally
great.
Jesse.
Phil Donahue. 5,
Donahue. Can't forget
4,
Donahue.
3,
He was
Who
the
else?
Mac
2,
Daddy of talk shows.
1.
Springer.
Chance.
That'd be racist ass Melly Gibson.
He is not fond of a lot of different types of people.
Don't forget anti-Semitic.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
All right.
Wow. Mel Gibson.
We want to wish Mel well. He's watching from home.
Should we award them 2 more points each for that?
That's
Okay.
right. What part did Mel Gibson get hammered at in Malibu?
Jeez.
All right.
That's
All right.
so wrong.
Fifth question is in the category of fantasy slash sci-fi.
Jeez.
Fantasy
We're live.
sci-fi. Who plays
We're
the
not.
adult hero Trevor Anderson in the 2008 film Journey to the Center of the Earth?
It's an interesting way to phrase that question. Who plays adult hero? That can mean a lot of.
Yeah,
he's
it
the
can
adult
be
hero, and he's also here to fix your pool.
5, 4, 3, 2.
He's also here to
1.
fix your pool.
Spencer down. Looking for answer starting with William.
Brendan Fraser.
That's correct. You said it even right. Chance.
Brendan Fraser.
Got it.
That would be Scrubs guest star Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
Still?
That's
Brendan Fraser.
nice.
Really?
You're pretty funny. They
Why
have an
not?
open mic comedy show
Star of the Mummy?
Sunday afternoon. Try it out.
Family films.
good one?
Signed up for that. Many a potluck Sunday.
The old one?
Your next category is family films.
All three
The
of them?
question: which famous action star plays the villainous toy maker in Spy Kids 3D? Game Over. Quote a famous Game Over, man. Game Over.
Spy Kids, underrated franchise.
I know you know
Are you
this one
serious?
because you were a bigger
I've never
fan
seen
of the
any of them.
franchise than I was, but
Spy Kids 3D sucked.
hey, yo,
You and your Fox
what's up with these kids in this virtual reality
Wait,
game?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Feds are down. Looking
Yeah.
for answers. Starting with.
I know you got it right.
Misspoke. Man, said the greatest movie ever made. Sylvester Stallone.
All right,
Yeah, whatever.
Here we go.
Correct. It is Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone.
right.
Hey, Carmen and Junie. Your Sylvester Stallone sounds like Patrick Warburton.
That really bled into Patrick Warburton a little bit there.
Hey, Cusco's poison.
Category of horror.
Hi, hater.
Which famous movie monster has been played by Robert De Niro, Christopher Lee, and Aaron Eckhart?
Ooh.
Ooh, Aaron Eckhart. Yeah, that's right.
The answer's not Count Dooku.
He was some sort of monster, though. Huh?
This one could be a trick question if you don't answer it right.
3,
Barely enough time to write it.
1. Pens down. William the Beast Bibbiani.
The Frankenstein monster.
That is correct for a point.
Chance.
Frankenstein's monster.
There you go. Frankenstein's
7-7.
monster. Frankenstein's
Very
monster.
correct.
No, that was
People get upset.
Gene
People
Wilder.
get very in their feelings
Who was
when you just say
put on the
Frankenstein.
Reds.
Yeah.
Put on the
I
Reds.
would have accepted it, but
Rest in
thank you,
peace, Peter
gentlemen, for
Boyle.
avoiding that 10-minute controversy.
Yes,
Last question,
because that would have been
First
bad.
round for each of you is in the category of Oscar movies. These are movies that won statues or were nominated. Your question: Melissa Leo won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for what boxing drama?
Oh, yeah.
Would have been what we would have had here if people didn't like that answer. Get it?
Hey,
Get it? Get what I did there?
see what you did. The gloves are off.
Physical violence. It's always fun.
Always a good time.
All right, 5.
I don't think I'm right.
3, 2.
I don't think you're right either.
Pens are down. That was water. All right. We get answers come from Chance.
The Fighter.
That is correct for a point and a
Nope,
perfect
I'm not
round.
right.
The Fighter.
Was not Gone Baby Gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the Cinefanatics finally got a perfect round. It's the Fighter.
It's like Heat and Burbank. It's here.
Always play the rest of this match.
Yeah, I
We'll
get to
skip
answer
to
the
sudden death.
extra question.
You know what? We'll give
If I
you each a
don't always
chance
try anyway.
because you both got a perfect round. You do get asked the bonus question, and it is 2 of you. So we're going to play like a normal round 1 question. Where
I did
please
do better
write
than
down
the
your answer once we address
last
you by
match.
name. You can reveal what your attempt
I
was.
did roughly
Your
the
bonus
same.
question, what 2018 coming-of-age film stars Nick Robinson, Jennifer Garner, and Josh Duhamel, or as I like to say, Duhamel? I like hitting the H hard. Duhamel.
That's hitting the H hard, man.
Duhamel.
I remember that in high school. Yeah, okay. 5, 4.
Did someone say Hamel?
3.
I'll take
2,
2 Hamels.
1. Pens are down. We're going to go with William Bibbiani first.
Wonder?
And that was Julia Roberts.
For a 1-point
Love
lead.
Simon.
He got it.
Oh.
Big lead.
Got it.
Big lead could prove to be
Love Simon.
key.
Good job.
Could
Nice.
prove to be key.
Well, we know at least one of the competitors is mortal. We'll find out more in round number 2, which is what we have embarked upon with the wheel round. The Wheel of Fate, Doom, and Justice. On that, our wheel is 10 different movie count to our wheel sponsor here today. Give a big hand to John Layton, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr.
One of
Layton.
the best we've ever had around
Good job,
these
Mr.
parts.
Layton.
John Layton, he's a
Appreciate
huge
the
fan.
support.
He wanted the Wheel Slices fantasy sci-fi and Natalie Portman. on the wheel. So Natalie Portman, apologies everybody that wanted Meryl Streep. John Layton said, we've had enough Streep, we're getting some Portman, and that's what we have on the wheel.
Natalie.
Chance Ellison.
Natalie.
Still
You
works.
put a 1 point lead over William.
No, they've
Bibbiani
literally
because
done that
you
before.
Knew the film was Love Simon, and you even
Natalie.
put the comma in there. Appreciate that. Do you want to spin first, or would you like to defer to your beastly opponent?
I'll go first.
Beastly
All right, spin from
opponent.
the wheel, not the pegs. That's the
Beastly
old.
opponent.
That's the old wheel over there.
Old wheel, old wheel.
Brought out of
Spin
retirement
it.
for one show only.
All right, all right.
Natalie!
The crowd is chanting.
There you go.
Trying to get a Natalie chant.
Natalie.
It's not really catching on like Meryl Streep did.
No, it's not. It's not.
Round and round it goes, Ken. It's dangerous.
Horror.
Coming up on
Yes.
He's
Stay.
not keeping that.
He's gonna
He's
spin
not
again.
keeping
No.
Spinning again.
He's going up against Bibbiani. He's not keeping that.
No.
Question for you. When do you think the last time Chance
Horror.
No, please
That doesn't
don't.
work.
Scary horror. Scary horror.
Can William Bibbiani get any higher?
He is trying.
It's going to go past
It is
opponent's
past
choice and
opponent's
right
choice.
into Spielberg movies.
Spielberg movies.
For
You're gonna
Chance
miss
Might be
those.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Actually, Ken, you're going to be asking the
Really?
Spielberg
You trust
questions.
me? You trust me? Okay.
I trust you across all streaming platforms, even the ones that Steven Spielberg pays for.
Right. Look at that. All right. What do we got? 4 in this
Wow.
round, right?
Wonderful.
4 in this round. Daddy has to make sure sometimes. All right. Category for you, Chance, is Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg. All right. First out of 4. In Jurassic Park, what 3-word phrase does John Hammond repeatedly
Spare
use
no
when
expense.
Spare no
describing
expense.
his park?
Spare no expense.
I hear what phrase, and I'm like, hold on to your butts.
That's a good Edinburgh. That's a good
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
Judges,
Good,
can we give him 2 more points for the accent?
Good accent
I'm getting
there.
the no.
No?
I hear some judges saying that the Chance should lose a point for doing
That's
it.
fair.
I don't think that's
I
true.
get it. I get it.
It was it was a damn good Dr. John Hammond.
All right.
Thanks,
Second question. Second question. Who stars as the slave rebellion's leader, Sinkyu, in 1997's Amistad?
Shimon Hansu.
That's correct. 2 points there, Shaman Hunsu.
Nah.
All right.
Who?
Steven Spielberg. He's
Who?
2 questions.
All right.
Star-Lord,
all right.
man.
We got 2 coming in here. In Spielberg's war comedy, 1941, 2 volunteer lookouts spend the film stationed on what kind of civilian structure on the coast that ends up being attacked by a submarine?
It's a daycare. I don't know.
5, 4,
One of those like
3,
lifeguard things.
2.
Multiple choice.
A lighthouse. B, a roller coaster. C, a library. D, a Ferris wheel.
Oh. Lighthouse. I don't know.
Ferris wheel.
That's correct for a point.
Wow.
That's correct.
I was gonna guess probably the Ferris wheel roller coaster since there were 2 amusement parks
That's
in
right.
there.
All right. Final question in this round, Chance, in the category of Steven Spielberg. What famous musician has a cameo in Hook as a police inspector?
Phil Collins, yeah.
2 points. The kid knows Hook.
You can feel it coming in the air tonight. That is a 7-point round number 2 for Chance Ellison.
I was about to do
And
that,
now
too.
William the Beast Bibbiani steps
Now I don't
up
have
and
to.
finds himself in an 8-point hole, so he needs to get every question right off the bat in order to tie Chance going into round 3, and the spin is in.
There we go. The spin is definitely a good spin. Good
See,
form from Bibbiani
has
on that spin.
one of the better spin forms
Yeah, he does.
I've
Bibbiani,
seen.
good follow through with his arms on that spin.
He
I
looks
really
like an
like it.
old-timey golfer.
He does.
Really good follow-through.
Is that Ben Hogan I see up there? What is that going on there?
Is that old Tom Morris?
He's like,
it's
really?
careening towards opponent's choice, Ken. Moving the release stage.
Ooh.
Scott Mance laughing at his friend.
Again! Big spin, big spin.
Spinning
Come on,
away
Bibbiani,
from
get
Scott
horror,
Mance.
horror,
And Ken,
horror.
That spin had a little more mustard on it,
See,
so
that
you
one
and I are
works.
going to be vamping for quite some
That's
time.
right. All right. I'll be appearing at the Comedy Loft November 16th.
Washington, D.C. Tickets
horror.
at MarkEllisLive.what?
.net.
Horror,
.net.
horror.
Made the change.
That's right. Just
Ooh,
like
ooh,
the
ooh, ooh. Can it, can it, can it?
It
Please, please,
spin
please stop,
coming
stop.
on to
Yes! Yes!
It was hard.
It was hard.
It was hard. And now he spins
man.
Away, so it appears it's Tom Cruise, but it's not. It's actually horror movies. Yeah. So the Beast hanging
He's
on
excited.
by a thread.
As he should. Good
All
spin.
right, William, your first question of 4.
This'll be
in
fun
round at
for
number
you.
2 in the world
Bibbiani's
of horror
one.
films. Who played Norman Bates in Gus
Anthony
Van
Perkins.
Sant's 1998 remake? of
Oh,
Psycho?
Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn.
2
Yeah,
points.
jumped the gun there.
It was the remake.
All right. As the crowd debates
It's
the
more of a
merits
shot
that
for
movie.
shot, but
Your next question, William. The 2007 Spanish zombie horror film Wreck was remade a year later in
Quarantine.
2008 under what name?
Quarantine.
Oh, I was going to say
He
Spanglish.
He wanted you to finish the question out of respect, but he had the answer.
That wasn't a horror movie?
Waiting until I could get that question out of my mouth. Our next one. In the Evil Dead films, what brand / make of car does Ash drive?
Boomstick. Jeez. It was that yellow
I'm not gonna
boomstick.
get this one wrong. Let's do multiple choice.
Is it A, a Buick,
his gun.
B, a Chrysler,
His
C,
rifle.
a Cadillac, or D, an Oldsmobile?
Was it Cadillac?
Are you questioning me at horror?
Deciding point in the game.
No.
It's a big one.
Because it's not worth your time.
It's an Oldsmobile?
It is an Oldsmobile for a
Okay.
point. Good point. So Bibbiani checking the multiple choice.
Like, I
there.
can
So
see
now
the
he
car.
finds
It's
out
a
he's
yellow
got
car
chance
with a
by
white
3.
top.
He's got a chance
Car,
to
make,
pull
model,
that
that-
deficit
those-
to within
that's a deep
one
question
if
right there.
He can get his last round 2 question in the world of horror.
Say
correct.
word.
William Peter Blatty directed George C. Scott as Police Lieutenant Kinderman, who becomes consumed by a series of
Got it.
murders that relate to a killer known as a Gemini Man.
Exorcist
in what
3.
film?
That is the wildly underrated The Exorcist 3.
Never saw it, too scared to watch it, but he
Look
gets 2
at
points for
that.
knowing that.
All right.
2 points for William Bibbiani. 16-15. This is Chance Ellison. This is William Bibbiani. And Ken, this is what we expect going into round number 3 from these 2 competitors.
Absolutely. I'm getting nervous here for my charge, but I always respect what the beast does up there.
Got enough juice left? Is that what you're concerned about? You got
Oh, no.
74%.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
I'm hanging in at 56.
I got the Commodore 64 ready to fire up if I need it. But wow, I tell you what, this is high stakes and a lot of drama going into the final round.
That's right. To remind everybody out there watching on the live stream, thank you for joining us here live as well as our studio audience. The winner of this match will be playing Ethan Irwin in round number 2. I am told that we have a graphic ready to go that just gives everybody the landscape of what we have currently going on in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Tournament. I put that up there to inform the viewer and also build suspense for Chance and William.
Wow, look at that. A lot of stake.
All right, well, gentlemen, you've had plenty of time to think about round number 3, and how it works is as follows. Each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. You currently lead William Bibbiani by a point. So you get to choose your numbers first. Do you want to stay in the single digits like the Wildberries?
I will go 6, 17, and 8.
6, 17, and 8. For Chance and William Bibbiani, any numbers that are not what Chance just said.
I'll take 7, 3, and 19.
7, 3, and 19.
Are those sports people?
Number 19 is Bernie Kosar.
Oh, is that good?
It's good.
So
It's
that's,
good.
that's very good,
You got-
especially if you're Tom Dadino wearing a throwback shirt.
Yeah, you got yourself a Mickey Mantle and a Babe Ruth there as well. You're doing good, kid. Doing good.
William,
Yeah.
you're going to hear your 2-point question first because you trail Chance by 1. You selected the category of
Bibbiani's our
director.
spirit animal.
And your question
Spirit beast?
for 2 points and the lead.
It works.
Who directed the Oscar-winning film The Revenant?
That was The Revenant, you said?
I said The Revenant.
Okay.
Go to 5.
That's it.
4.
Inaritu?
2.
JTE.
Who directed the Oscar-winning film
What's his
The
full name?
Revenant?
Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu.
He got
There it is. That one.
Needed a JT roll to get there, but he
Wow.
got there.
Always
Now he
count
has
on
the lead,
Bibbiani
so
to be able
can
to
we
pull
do
the
it
full
over to
name
Chance?
for you.
What was his
Jeez.
Number 6, that's the category of new releases. New releases. All right. Here you go. These are, of course, films. Sorry, I dropped my beer. These are films released in the last 12 to 18 months.
Or as Elliot says, airplane movies.
That's right. In Welcome to Marwin, who stars as Mark Hogenkamp?
Steve
Man
Carell.
who
Steve Carell.
uses modified dolls
Steve
to
Carell.
create a fantasy world.
Steve Carell.
That's correct for 2 points.
All right.
2 points for Lee.
Also,
Pushing it
Brandon
back over.
Hanna, if the angle's
Pivoting
right.
back to William Bibbiani. William, for your 3-pointer, you selected number 3. And 1982 NFL MVP Mark Mosley's number corresponds to the category of action-adventure. Action-adventure. And your question. Which Star Trek actor played Dr. Brackish Oaken, the scientist in charge of research at Area 51?
Brett Spiner.
Brett Spiner.
Day?
Brent Spiner.
He
Yep.
knew Brent Spiner.
Data.
He got 3 points, and now he has a 2-point lead over Chance. And so now Chance will have to answer his 3-pointer to force the 5-pointer.
Somehow survived the first movie.
Yeah, that was just completely, utterly stupid.
Question number 17.
What, the whole second movie?
Category
Yeah.
of
Okay.
Sports. Put it on the board. Yes. Here we go. 3-point question. What 2014 sports drama tells the true story of a sports agent who decides to recruit Indian cricket players for Major League Baseball?
$1 Million Arm.
That's correct.
Wow.
For 3
Starring John Hamm.
points.
So that wasn't Moneyball.
No.
Ken, when this was happening in the first match we had of the
Close.
Throwdown tonight, late to the party and Wildberries, I was like,
Just
wow, they're
by the
really
first
doing well.
part of that
This
description.
is what we expect from Chance and William. It does come down to the
Comes down to this.
5-point question.
It should.
And it does. And William, you're going to have to answer your 5-point question first. If you get this right, you're going to force Chance to answer his. If you get it wrong, Chance, you're walking out of here with an all-expenses-paid trip to meet Ethan Irwin in round number 2.
Good luck.
William, you selected number 19, and like we said, Bernie Kosar's number corresponds to animated movies. Animated movies. And your question. What 2005 animated movie has a new take on a classic fairy tale with characters and stars Anne Hathaway, Glenn Close, and Patrick Warburton?
It's that Red Riding Hood one.
Hoodwinked?
Yes.
How did he know that?
Hey. Hoodwinked.
Wow.
Speaking of Patrick Warburton.
Hoodwinked over here.
Cinderella, Snow White, and Hoodwinked, the 3 pillars of animated fare.
All right. Comes down to this. 25-21. 5-point question going to Chance right now. Chance chose the number 8.
Ooh, here we go.
The number of my all-time favorite baseball player, Gary Carter. It's a
Steve Young.
5-point
So much sports.
question. In
Feel you, Bibbiani.
the National Treasure franchise, who plays Agent Sadusky, who is always right on the heels of Nicholas
Harvey
Cage
Keitel.
and
Yes.
Benjamin Gates?
Scott,
Harvey Keitel.
take a little bit of time.
Sadusky.
Think about it. Don't rush. Maybe needing answers here in 5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. In the National Treasure franchise, who plays Agent Sadusky, who is always right on the heels of Nicolas Cage's Benjamin Gates?
Extend the match for another
Harvey
40, 45 seconds.
What was Benjamin Gates' middle name?
Franklin.
Yep.
Thinking about that mellow mushroom in Arizona. 5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. In the National Treasure franchise,
They
who
used
plays
lemon juice.
Agent Sadusky, who is always right
Yeah,
on
they
the
did,
heels of
actually.
Nicolas Cage's
Good point.
Benjamin Gates.
So 1 JTE will remain.
He does have one left.
And that
Think
is.
about it.
Was it the Constitution or Declaration of Independence?
It's the Declaration of Independence.
This could be a big win here. And we've got 5, 4.
What the hell? One more. JTA.
One more JT rule in the National Treasure franchise. Who plays Agent Sadusky, who is always right on the heels of Nicolas Cage's Benjamin Gates?
One few movies.
Kruger.
And
Diane Kruger.
your
Nope.
winner,
Bibbiani.
William
I was gonna say it's one of the few movies that Sean Bean didn't die in.
Pretty much.
Harvey Keitel was the answer. William and Chance not knowing that, but here comes the kid to congratulate William. Grace consoling her man Chance Ellison and William Bibbiani. I see a look of surprise. I see a look of glee,
Yep.
but I also see a look of somebody who is ready to face Ethan Irwin in round number 2.
You know what? My heart's breaking right now for the kid over here. Not the kid, but our kid, Chance. It comes down to the 5-pointer, but, we're going to talk to him afterwards. We'll see what Grace and him have to say in the comments. But I do have to say, just as a broadcast journalist, as I keep saying, like the great,
You're
great
trying to be fair.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, to see William the Beast Bibbiani have that kind of joy and emotion and a big victory after he's been playing for so many years, I just love that. He's still invested. He still wants to be here, and I do have to respect that. A big win for him, but tough loss for Chance, but we're going to try to build on it.
Tough loss for Chance, and right now we are once again joined by the great Emma Fife, who has an interview with Chance Ellison.
Thanks, Mark. Well, Chance, you can't win them all.
No, you can't.
So, tough loss today. Thus ends your run in the singles tournament here during the Ultimate Schmoedown. But, a game very well fought, if I do say so myself.
I would also say so, but thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can argue with a perfect round, a double dewberry, as we're officially calling it now here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. But
I feel like they stole my idea.
Corruption still, you've still got the opportunity to defend those belts coming up in Orlando. So you must still.
Why would you call that a dewberry, though? Is that just tongue in cheek?
Fantastically proud. I mean, he literally didn't miss any question.
The fun of it because he hasn't hit a perfect round before.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And how are you feeling going into your match against the Founding Fathers? In a lot of ways, this may be a blessing in that you're able to focus on teams.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hate losing more than I love winning. So, I will say, I'm going to spend the rest of the time until Orlando.
Sounds like the word of every
because of the Founding
champion.
Fathers, they can step up to us a third time and expect something to change? Nah, we're keeping these belts.
You're not worried that maybe because they have lost to you before that they're going to step up their own game?
She asking if we're worried about a team we've already beaten twice. No, I'm not worried.
I also asked you to take off your sunglasses like a few weeks ago, and I see you still have yet to honor that request. So why don't you go home and, in addition to studying movie trivia, learn some respect?
Wow. I'll do one of those two things. Do one, maybe both, maybe 1.5. Who knows?
Well, I think that's enough with that. Back to you, Mark and Ken.
All right, Ken. I mean,
Dude, was she seriously getting upset at that?
Mama Fife just spoke.
Then I turned 30 and I was like, losing's probably going to happen more often.
That's why they call it a throwdown.
He's not there yet, and he feels like he has an easy win in Orlando, which, by the way, we're going to be in Orlando October 19th. You get your tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com. Before we go to an interview with the winner,
going to
can
Orlando?
you put maybe a button on corruption's feelings going into that live event from Epcot?
You could feel the passion and chance. We have a big match. We want to defend those belts. We want this to be a run that's written about in the Schmoedown history books, and we're looking towards that. This was a loss. This was a loss, but we've taken losses before, and that's what corruption has showed. We are not about the now. We are about the big picture, and that's what we're focusing on right now as we go to Orlando.
That's right. Our engineer Cody Hall, new father.
Why is everyone doing this?
Face, and so he threw
Quite
that
alive.
poster up just in time.
No,
Love you, Cody.
I get that,
Congratulations to you and yours.
Book
and
of Mormon.
Congratulations to William Bibbiani. Emma,
Is that really where it
seems
comes
like
from?
He's in
Yes.
a pretty jovial mood.
He is in a very jovial mood because
He's Bibbiani. He's always in a jovial mood.
I am so excited! This is the first time I've made it past the first round in a singles tournament. The last time I lost to Sam Levine. And so I feel like now I can be my own Sam Levine, and isn't that exciting?
I mean, here's the thing is that you have every right to be super proud because every time going into the singles tournament, you've been matched up against an incredibly difficult competitor, and today was no exception.
Chance is amazing. Can we just say that? Like, the Chance is a really great competitor.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to.
He's got that belt for a reason. Who knows how long he'll keep it.
You're not
but
being
it's a
edited,
long-ass
so.
time. I seriously thought this was a toss-up. I felt pretty good going into it, but look, I think we each only missed one question each. Yeah. It came down to point value. That's it. That's all it was. It was one of the closest matches I've ever been in, except for my dear friend Andreka, which is the closest
I mean, it really truly was. I mean, what a way to make your Schmoedown debut.
Oh yeah.
But I think today that we saw more of that William Bibbiani who we first saw when he made his debut back in 2016, and the beast is back, man.
I just feel more comfortable now. This last year has been really transformative for me. I've got a great partner who really brings out the best in me. I think we're really well matched, and there's a lot of positivity surrounding me now. I don't have to pretend to be an a-hole all the time, which was like a shtick, and I hated every second of it. Like, I'm so glad I get to come out and play. When I was driving over here, I felt myself get really kind of intense. Like, oh God, I'm gonna play against Chance. He's really great. I've never played against him before. And then after a while, I was like, I get to go do movie trivia. That's great. Win or lose, I'm gonna have a great time. And so, yeah, I think the attitude really helped me out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of what's so great about you as a competitor that you're getting back to is that whole idea of just embodying what the Movie Trivia Schmoedown is all about, which is just a bunch of people that really love movies.
Yeah, I don't know why we make all these sports references all the time. I'm here because I didn't
Neither do we.
Sports. So every time they bring up a sports thing, I'm like, huh? Sure, whatever you say, Mark, I guess.
Well, speaking of people who truly love and celebrate movies, the next competitor you're going to be facing here in the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Tournament is none other than Mr. Ethan Irwin.
I am so excited for my rematch against Ethan Irwin. It was so close last time. He's one of the most talented people in the entire league, and I'm going to say this right now. Ethan, where am I looking? Ethan?
Camera's right there.
Ethan, let's make this a stipulation match. If I win, we're going to be best friends. And if you win, I'll stop emailing you.
I think that sounds like an offer that Ethan Irwin just can't refuse. But TBD on that one. Everybody tweet at Mr. Ethan Irwin and let him know that that Bibbiani is vying for his best friendship. Yeah, that just.
Could someone CG that on, please? I picked the wrong card.
You know.
Blam!
It's fine. We'll fix it in post. Now back to you, Mark and Ken.
Maybe.
You know,
I don't know if he's still holding it
I
up.
gotta tell you, Mark,
during
this
that.
run here by William.
We'll see what you do
Bibbiani
in editing.
reminds me of the 1980 Phillies when a veteran team got together. Pete Rose, Tony Perez, Joe
gonna
Morton
say,
United in Philly, and they went to the
Chris,
World
you
Series.
idiot.
That's what this
Right there.
I was going to say, when he's talking about how little sports knowledge he has, he's showing the humility in the class of Sandy Koufax after dominating in the World Series in the 1960s. Ken, we're looking at this Orlando event. You have corruption. You have the Founding Fathers. By the way, you can get those tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com. We're going to be in Orlando once again. That is October 19th. Mike Kalinowski and the man we just saw, Valiant in defeat, Chance Ellison, are taking on the Founding Fathers. Dan Murrell cashing in his free-for-all shot with John Roca. Ken, corruption, your thoughts. Can they take it from the Founding Fathers?
Well, first of all, we as we're live today broadcasting, Mike Kalinowski is in the hospital. He's been tweeting about it. He's got a procedure going on, tattooing his penis. We want to really send out our well wishes to Mike Kalinowski, but he's going to be good and ready for October 19th.
All right, well, I don't have any updates on that, but I will tell you that we have an update for everybody out there is that the Schmoedown Spectacular will be live December 7th in downtown Los Angeles. Tickets will be available soon at the Schmoedownlive.com. 5 huge matches. A lot of announcements are going to be happening there, too. So come join us live in downtown LA. If you're not able to do that, it's going to be available to all members of the $10 Patreon tier, or you may buy an individual live stream pass for that huge event. Very excited to be there in downtown Los Angeles December 7th. And for here tonight, Ken, what a professional you were.
I'd like to go to
Class, funny,
What?
moxie,
The Spectacular.
smelling of sandalwood.
That's true.
Thank you for joining us.
You gotta look at the pocketbook.
You may have the final goodbye.
All right, thank you.
Who has a
Movie
pocketbook
Trivia
still?
Schmoedown.
That was gonna ask
We
you, will you
love
still carry a
broadcasting
pocketbook?
Live to you. We love seeing you live.
How about that crew broadcasting us
Crew.
live? How about a hand for the
Cody,
crew?
Thad,
Give
Christian
them a big-
Rubalcaba, Megan, who runs
Big
us,
thing.
Ben, who counts us down, and Draco, who laughs at my food choices. We thank you all. We'll see you next time here on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
So, what's up with this nuke? You wouldn't even understand the physics, my boy.
Okay, so a lot of nuke talk happening there.
What is this nuke?
It's a bomb.
Seriously, yeah.
Blows things up.
So we'll find out hopefully soon. So
Yeah. On the flip side, these two matches. We had two matches. Let's talk about these two matches.
Wildberries won, and they got to 30 points.
Who saw that one coming?
No one. Not even the Wildberries saw that coming.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, not to-
Elliot didn't even know that he gets asked a bonus question if he gets a perfect round. That's how much not seeing coming they did.
Here's the thing, though. Late to the Party did a fantastic job. That was a great fight.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, that was going to be an entertaining match. Win or lose on either side, still great. And I think Late to the Party did a fantastic job with that.
Yep. It was just fun. It was a ton of fun. Their entrance, Anchorman stuff. You had Wildberries doing Wildberry stuff. Yeah, just a great match.
Just all the Wildberry shtick.
And then Josh trying to pull that answer at the end, and then it's Late to the Party. He's like, thanks, Late to the Party.
That was great. They should have immediately just given the game right back to them. Like, all right.
Never mind, Late to the Party won.
Yeah.
But not a tournament match, so.
Yeah. Bibbiani versus Chance.
Is a tournament match, so.
I mean, Bibbiani won, and I think that score actually came out pretty close to how we thought. It was Bibbiani won, but Chance was close. Chance was down by like a question.
Chance is getting stronger. Like, I think Chance, when he first showed up in the league, he was already a pretty strong opponent, pretty strong player. But I think over time, and especially, I guess, having bouts with Kalinowski back and forth, like that kind of stuff, like them working together as a team, I think has really actually encouraged him to get even stronger in his knowledge, to where it came down to the point where if he could just pull Harvey Keitel on that last question, he would have beaten Bibbiani.
Yeah.
And that would have been huge. That would have been a huge thing for Chance, because that's overcoming a beast in the game, literally.
Yeah.
So, Bibby, on the other hand, just he's Bibbiani. He knows his stuff. He comes in. Has a breadth of knowledge. Yeah.
Bibbiani's a beast when it comes to movie knowledge.
This was long. I'm tired and I'm hungry.
Yeah. That was a fantastic matchup, though. I'm kind of curious as to maybe how it would have played out in front of a live crowd in Arizona. I feel like when it was announced that Arizona was canceled, that Bibbiani already had his entrance planned for a live audience. I'm kind of curious as to what he was going to do.
I wouldn't think that would be the same thing, because then he would have to buy a lot larger poster board and write a lot bigger on it, and I don't know if
doesn't make sense for that gag.
I don't know if that would work in a live setting.
No, but I mean, I'm really curious as to what it was, so I'm hoping to see Bibbiani in a live match again. Maybe he might make it all the way to the finale of this in Orlando, and he'll get the chance to use that, whatever it was.
Well, he's got a big opponent standing in his way for the next round, and that's Ethan Irwin. If he can pass that, then I'm sure he can get himself to the finals.
That's a big-time opponent right there.
Although we technically have Kalinowski going all the way on our bracket, so...
Yeah. So, I mean, either way, that's another win for our bracket right there, that Bibbiani is going to be moving on.
Yep.
Speaking of words,
that city in Florida.
Speaking of that place, there's going to be a Schmoedown there. I don't know if you've heard.
It's just rumors passing through the air.
There's going to be a match there. It's going to be a huge match. Not only is it going to be the finale of the singles tournament,
there you go.
It's also going to be the rematch again of Corruption versus Founding Fathers.
For the third time.
Dan Murrell's cashing in his I get to claim the belts whenever I want type of match, and he's going to go again. Yeah.
His title match.
Yes. He's going against Corruption again.
Yep.
And then, if I recall, there's now a stipulation that if Founding Fathers loses for a third time, they have to disband.
Now, it's unclear to us right now whether that is they have to break off of the Horsemen as a faction, or if the two of them just have to break up as a team. I'm thinking it's the latter. I think they just have to break up as a team, but can still be part of the same faction. We'll have to see. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. And it's terrible because, I would love to see Mikey 3 belts. I'd love to see, honestly, anyone who can make a run for 3 belts. I would love to see that happen, but I don't want to see the Founding Fathers break up. Not quite yet. I think they got a lot more work to do still.
Yeah. And then there's also the Willy Wonka challenge that's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Where 4 people who have bought tickets are going to get plucked. Are going to get plucked from the audience before the show starts. They're going to compete in a 4-way death match. Whoever wins that is going to go on to go to Burbank and actually compete in a real match.
It is a fatal 4-way, so I guess someone's dying.
Yeah. Okay. With their choice of coach. So,
yeah, either another competitor or a manager can be the manager for them in Orlando, in LA when they're actually on the Schmoedown. That's a pretty dang good deal.
Here's the thing: the more I think about the way that particular contest is set up, the more I'm anxious for that. More than the other 2 matches. And the other 2 matches are going to be phenomenal matches live.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm actually really seriously interested into how that's going to go, because that's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
And it's great, and I'm really eager to see how that could go.
It's twofold. So, Christian's talked about this. What if they find the next big star from this? That's a huge thing. But if you really think about it, someone's out there is going to have an opportunity to be on the big stage of the Schmoedown in Los Angeles taping a match, and all they spent to get there was maybe a $35 general admission ticket.
Potentially.
To a live event in Florida.
That being
That's
said,
huge.
As of this taping, it still doesn't look like we've reached the 500 tickets needed to be able to put this on.
Not yet, but it's getting there.
Guys, you've got to get tickets for this. We need to see this. In fact, we need to see this so bad, and I don't mean we as in the general we. I'm thinking we
The
as
specific
in
we?
the specific we.
Oh.
I want to be in Orlando, and I want to see this.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that we go to Orlando.
Road trip!
Again! Yay! We were going to go to Arizona, and, unfortunately, we saw that fell through.
Obviously, we watched the matches that were happening in Arizona just now, so that didn't happen.
Since that didn't happen, and come to find out from Austin, Texas, Orlando is actually just like maybe another hour.
It's about the same distance drive.
The other direction, which honestly, if any of y'all know geography, that direction's a lot more like pleasant to look at.
You got New Orleans in there, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna we'll probably actually go through like Baton Rouge around Lake Pontchartrain, but
take away all my fun.
I mean, there's still good stuff to look at there.
I want to go to Beignet.
Yeah, we might have to swing down to New Orleans. I don't know.
Anyway, maybe on the way back. But yeah, Orlando. That's going to be a ton of fun. I am excited. Stay tuned. I think we're going to come up with some kind of fun idea. Something to do with Orlando like we did for Houston or something. I don't know.
But what's nice is because of this Willy Wonka contest, it seems like a lot of people are flocking to Orlando for this. Not to mention just because, again, this is a great lineup. So we might be able to meet up with some other fellow reactors, maybe. That would be kind of cool. Who knows what we can juggle and piece together.
It's the end of the big tour, not counting the Spectacular, which takes place in LA. This is the end of the huge live tour that they've been doing this year.
So
anyone might actually show up to this. So it's gonna be fun to meet some people that we haven't met yet.
So as we get to the end of this video, it's time for our favorite section where we start plugging stuff. Let's start off with get tickets to the Schmoedown Live in Orlando. Go to theschmoedownlive.com. And also pick up tickets to live streams when they show there, including Orlando when it will. Also, make sure you go and check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown YouTube channel. Help them out any way you can. Also, helping them out on Patreon. Make sure you go to Patreon and join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Donating at least $1 helps them out a lot. This is the Magic season, so make sure you go over there and help them out on the Patreon. We would like to see them reach at least 6,000 subscribers by the end of this year, since it is season 6.
That'd be nice. I think they're at 4,000 something, so
yeah,
get on it. We'll see. Just $1.
Help them out. Speaking of helping people out, we are the Cinefanatics. Make sure you help us out by liking and commenting on this video. Did you like this super uber long reaction? Let us know by commenting down below. Would you like us to continue these kind of long reactions, or would you like us to split them up in the matches like we are previously used to doing?
Super lift.
No, that doesn't work. Let us know down below. Yeah, go ahead. You pick me up. It is a super lift.
Nope.
I'm a big boy. Anyways, let us know down below your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Cinefanatics MLP. I was going to tell people to go to Instagram on Instagram. Follow us at Cinefanatics MLP. We are going to be making changes pretty soon. We would like to receive your input, and we would like you to follow us when we do make these changes so you can follow along when we do them.
Spit it out.
I'm trying like heck fire. Anyways, again, like I said, that we are quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers, which is a huge milestone for YouTube. Make sure you're a part of that by subscribing. You can subscribe by hitting this button that's up above our heads. Over here off to the side are a couple other videos that we have made, and as always, yes, you are. Later. This video is finally over. What are we going to say over the end card?
I don't know. It feels like it needs to just be cut up.